The Miami, Ohio showcase continues. Central Michigan, led by forward Andrew Porzonik, have turned a corner, winning 4 of their last 5 and cracking the top 25. They meet the number 2 team in the nation, Missouri State, led by forward Tyler Culleton, one of the leading scorers in ACHA Division III. Hello, everybody, and good morning from Goggin Ice Center here for the Miami showcase. I'm Devin Serra alongside Reagan Cleese for this top 25 matchup between number 24 Central Michigan and the number 2 Missouri State Ice Bears. And well, Reagan, this is a big matchup for Central Michigan coming off the win last night against number 13 Nebraska. They knock off the Cornhuskers. This is a massive matchup for multiple reasons, one being that the newly released rankings put Missouri State at number 2. What does Central Michigan have to do today to overcome a big opponent?
Central Michigan today has to shut down a very high-scoring offense. This Missouri State team has outshot their opponents in all but 4 games. They need to be able to get in front of shots. They need to be able to make plays and cancel out their big men out in front. Missouri State has a lot of tall, big players, and they've got to be able to work them or outwork them and do what Grand Valley did yesterday.
Well, yeah, and referring to that Grand Valley game, the Lakers upset Missouri State 4-2 yesterday following Central Michigan and Nebraska's game. That puts Missouri State now only at 3 losses on the year, including one of their overtime losses. And big matchup as they're playing another MCHC opponent today. They are now 2-1 against MCH's opponents, trying to go 3-1 against Central Michigan. They'll take a look back at last night, however, as the Chippewas won their 4th game in their last 5 against the Cornhuskers. They have now amassed a record of 4-0-1 in their last 4 games. A big turnaround than what was a 2-4-1 start during the mid-portion of the year. They are averaging over 4 goals per game and allowing just over 2 per game. Reagan, what has been the biggest change for the CMU group overall since then?
It's been leadership, Devin. Central Michigan's, their seniors, their upperclassmen have stepped up. They've provided the leadership where it was lacking more toward the beginning of the year. It was the Chippewas were having a hard time finding their footing in the beginning of the year after that 5-0 start. Once they started playing tougher opponents, their leadership kind of had to sort themselves out. They had to find themselves, and they have, especially over the latter part of the first semester, and including yesterday. Central Michigan was able to find their footing. They were able to get back on the right track, and they come in having points in their last 5 games.
You know, and some of their biggest players stepped up. Andrew Siraki had a big night, a goal and assist. Andrew Porzonik was also on the score sheet in that one. Connor Morgan got himself a goal. So a lot of those returning players from injury came back and made themselves known, notably Isaac Gibbs and Connor Morgan. But we'll see if the other players in the forward groups tonight can make themselves known. Taking a look now at the MCHC East standings. The only game we had in action yesterday was Michigan and Oakland. The Wolverines, coming off a sweep against Notre Dame, continue their winning ways, winning 4-2 over Oakland. That moves their interconference record to 1-1-1 with 3 points. Oakland still sits above them in 4th place with 4 points. And first is Saginaw Valley State, 7 wins, 1 loss. They are the favorites right now to win the MCHC East and go into the tournament as the number 1 seed. Lawrence Tech sits at 2 at 6 wins, 1 loss through 8 games, 13 points. Your Central Michigan Chippewas at 4 wins, 2 losses with 8 points. Oakland, as I mentioned, with 4 points. Michigan with 3. Michigan, Flint, and Adrian round out the standings with 1 and 0 points, respectively. Now looking at the rest of our showcase games here from Miami, Ohio. It's been a busy week here, folks. Grand Valley is taking on Pitt Johnstown. The Lakers look to continue their winning ways after, as we mentioned earlier, they upset the Ice Bears, the Missouri State Ice Bears, the number 2 team in the nation last night. Miami, Ohio, the host of this showcase, take on number 4 Arkansas today as well, and Nebraska takes on Indiana University of Pennsylvania, who the Chippewas will face tomorrow night.
Yeah, and it's been a fun showcase to watch. A couple of upsets here and there. We saw a good Division II game on this rink the other day. Davenport knocking off Cincinnati, and you also had to wrap up yesterday in Division II. It was Florida Gulf Coast losing. Who did they play?
Florida Gulf Coast.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure
they
myself.
They had the score up
we'll
on
have to look up on the score. But yeah, no. Sorry. 4-3 Liberty University.
Yes, yeah.
Men's Division II action.
Yeah, so that was action from all around the country, and it all comes right here to Miami, Ohio.
Now taking a look at our head-to-head matchup here today, Central Michigan sits with a record of 11 wins, 5 losses, and 2 overtime losses. 24 points, 4-2 in division play. They are on a 5-game point streak after going 2-5, 0-1. 2-0-1 under new interim head coach Brendan Martin. And in games played against current top 25 teams, they are 2-4-2. Now, Reagan, that record doesn't seem that impressive, but we talked about the turnaround they've had. They now have back-to-back ranked opponent wins for the first time this year after starting 0-4. So 1-0-1 against Grand Valley in Nebraska. So it's been a good start for them, and most importantly, the head coaching change, I think, has reflected that.
Indeed, Brendan Martin has certainly brought some of that old fire that Central Michigan had last season toward the second half in the end, end of last year, going into the national tournament. He's brought that leadership that Central Michigan needed to. It seems like he's gotten behind his seniors and his upperclassmen, and it's gotten Central Michigan going on the right foot, and they're coming in to play a tough opponent, Devin. Missouri State 23-1-1, 41 points on the year. They're coming off only their third loss of the season against Grand Valley State yesterday, in a surprising 4-2 loss on the practice rink yesterday. And other than that, they came in there 8-1-1 in their last 10. Missouri State, they've been a phenomenal team all year, but it's partly because they're helped out by a weaker in-conference schedule. We were talking with their head coach, Cody Blevins, before the contest here, and he fully acknowledges the fact that they play in a much weaker conference, and outside of them and Arkansas, there really isn't a ton of national contenders in the Mid-American College Hockey Association. So.
Sorry, go ahead. Missouri State has wins against number 4 Arkansas, number 11 Missouri, and now number 14 Nebraska. They've lost to Arkansas, Missouri, and Grand Valley State among ranked opponents. And yeah, Reagan, you've talked about how they might have benefited a little bit from a Mid-American Conference that hasn't been as strong this year, notably bringing only about 4 or 5 ranked teams from their respected group. And I mean, they've played now against MCHC opponents. 4-2 loss last night against Grand Valley. They're considered the most likely team to win the Mid-American Conference South Division, which includes Arkansas, Missouri, North Texas, and Dallas Baptist. But it's their highest ranking in team history. They're 20 wins, 3 losses. It's no mistake that they are a top 5 team in the nation.
Yeah, indeed. They are certainly a very big team, helped out by their size and their physicality. They got a couple of players well over 6 foot. So this is a very physical team that Central Michigan, who tends to be a little bit of a smaller team, especially with their their middle 2 lines. We'll see how they end up here this afternoon.
Their top line to watch will be Isaac Cooper, Tyler Culleton, and Vinny Conti. Those are the leading scorers for the Missouri State Ice Bears. This is the first ever matchup between these clubs in their program history, the first for Central Michigan in their 10-year history. Our players to watch for CMU are Owen Campbell, the returning sophomore in his second game back from injury. He helped produce a lot of breakouts on the forecheck last night. Didn't get on the score sheet, but he's certainly a force to be reckoned with on that forecheck, as well as Andrew Siraki, who's riding a 7-game point streak. The freshman has 9 goals, 3 assists, and 12 points in his 7 games, and he had a goal and assist last night in the win over Nebraska.
Yeah, I hate to ruin your stat, Devin, but Siraki's actually got points in 6 of the last 7 games. He didn't get any in that first Grand Valley game at the end of the semester, but he has been very good as of late. He's helped out by the fact that he's playing on a higher line than he did at the start of the year. He also is playing his natural position at forward. At the start of the year, Coach Tyler Cataline had put him on defense to cover up for the loss of Kyle Chapman, but with Andrew Siraki playing forward, he's gotten back into the swing of things, and he's really heated up the last couple of games.
Will certainly be a force to be reckoned with. Missouri State, the players to watch for them include Tyler Culleton, the 6th leading scorer in ACHA Division III, 24 games played, 13 goals, 26 assists, 39 points. Boy, this guy is a dynamic, fast skater, extremely good puck handler, and he's riding a 6-game point streak heading into this showcase.
Yeah, he is. He's a very small, fast player. He's the 6th leading scorer in the American Collegiate Hockey Association, and for Central Michigan, they're going to have to rely on their defense. They're going to have to lock down defensively. It's one of my keys to the game, actually, but he has been a very good player for Missouri State, and he should be a threat here tonight. Taking a look in goal for Missouri State. Our other player to watch is Ethan Taplin. He comes in after Espen Rieger, played the last game for Missouri State. They're going with their number 2 option. It'll be interesting to see how he plays tonight. He's got a 10-1-1 record and a goals against average of .271, so a little bit higher than Espen Rieger, who is the number 3 goaltender in that category in the division, but we'll see how Taplin comes in and plays tonight.
This will officially be Taplin's
this morning.
This will be officially Ethan Taplin's 14th game started as a player for the Ice Bears this season. He has posted shutouts against East Texas Baptist and Maryville this season. Now, Reagan, time to get to our keys to the game presented by cmichicehockey.com. And for us, I mean, this has to be a disciplined matchup against a Missouri State team that takes a lot of penalties.
Oh, certainly it does. Central Michigan, they've struggled late in games to stay out of the penalty box, not give their opponents opportunities when CMU has the lead, so they need to stay out of the box. They also need to tire out the top group for the Ice Bears. They really rely on that top line, does Missouri State. They've got a lot of players. They got 3 very skilled players on that top line. Central Michigan has to tire them out, keep them out on the ice for long periods of time. They also have to have patience. Missouri State is going to park their big guys right in front of the net, right in front of Lauren Jones. It's going to be hard for him to see. They have to block those shots. They have to play a patient game, and they cannot overstep in the offensive zone. They have to play a defensive game against a very fast Ice Bears team.
Large bodies, fast skaters, and even hotter ice. That sounds like a matchup made in heaven for ACHA hockey. Stay with us, folks. Next will be puck drop between Central Michigan and Missouri State here from Goggin Ice Center. You're watching CMU and Missouri State right here next on CCHN.
And we're back here inside Goggin Ice Center, Steve County Arena, the site of this morning's contest. And taking a look at the starting lineups for Central Michigan in net, they go with Lauren Jones, who through 12 games has a 7-4 record. He's also got 1 overtime loss, a .392 goals against average, and a save percentage of an even .900. For the Missouri State Ice Bears, they go with Ethan Taplin, 10-1-1-1, with 2 shutouts, a .272 goals against average, and an even .900 save percentage.
Thank you, Reagan. Starting lineups presented by cmichicehockey.com for the visiting Missouri State Ice Bears. They turn to the forward groups Ryan Moon, Jacob Holmstrom, and Brock Gearhart. At the defensive pairing, Zach Drummond, number 12, and number 8, Gage Gronberg. For Central Michigan, they turn to Owen Campbell, Keelan Baker, and Austin Ritter, with Christopher Martin and Sam Camara at the blue line. We are underway here from Miami, Ohio. Central Michigan wins the opening draw. They'll send it deep into the Ice Bears zone. For this first start of the game, Central Michigan came into tonight with an 11-win, 5-loss, and 2 overtime loss record. A win last night against number 14 Nebraska. Missouri State coming off their first loss against Grand Valley State of the showcase in a 4-2 bout against the number 9 Lakers, as this will quickly be whistled for the first icing of the hockey game. And coming back the other way, Reagan, we talked about in the pregame show how this would be a very physical matchup between Central Michigan and Missouri State, and head coach Brennan Martin of the Chips elected to put out his biggest forwards to kind of test both Missouri State and his own guys.
Yeah, and it's proved to work successfully here as Austin Ritter goes off to the bench, but CMU has some control, a bouncing puck in the
Puck
offense.
loose in the slot area. Owen Campbell right on the doorstep, trying to roof this puck over the glove side of Ethan Taplin, and he couldn't get that one on the net. It roofed over wide. Now Hayden Flynn sends this one to the end boards. He's checked off the puck hard by number 12. That's Zach Drummond, keeping him away, and it comes all the way back to the blue line. Charlie Hayes will dump this one back in, rimming around, and go off for a change. Missouri State's Zach Drummond, the native of St. Louis, Missouri, has 4 assists this year, still looking for his first goal. This one comes back out to center ice, flipped into the Central Michigan zone by Isaac Cooper, one of the leading scorers for this Missouri State team. Intercepted a pass there was Andrew Porzonik, and allows the Chips to come the other way. Hayden Flynn will just dump this puck right into the glove of Taplin, and will hold this puck for the easy first whistle and send this one to a face-off.
It's a good job defensively by Central Michigan, forcing the Ice Bears to deep into the zone and not having anybody up top to receive that pass there from Vincent Conti down on the left wing circle. So good job there by CMU to work defensively.
Face-off whistled away. Andrew Siraki going up against number 22, Brock Gearhart, to start. That's Tyler Culleton, the leading scorer for the Ice Bears, and once again they're going to whistle this one.
Line change issues there for CMU.
They send Brandon Clements off. Charlie Hayes and Brandon Kim to take it. Central won the draw, got it deep to the slot area, and was intercepted by Zach Sicardi. Sicardi checks his man to the board. Charlie Hayes tries to collect the puck, hounded off by 2 Ice Bears, and they'll get it back to their own zone to reset with it. Now, D-to-D goes Blake Harper there with Zach Sicardi. They'll send it out to center ice, where it's Connor Morgan fighting hard for it. He'll lose that battle. Tyler Colton gets it through center, and here comes Blake Harper over the blue line now. Checked off the body hard by their returning defenseman, Kyle Chapman, who did a nice job last night coming back in his return from his first game in over a year, and that one redirected off the left pad of Lauren Jones. That one might have gone off a Central Michigan player.
Good redirect there by Isaac Cooper to get his stick on the puck, and Lauren Jones was already down, so he was in position to make the save. Central Michigan has to make a quick line change here, make sure they're not caught.
Here comes once again Blake Harper, dumps it into the zone. He'll go off for a change along with multiple Missouri State players. As we mentioned, the Miami Ohio Showcase, both these teams will play 3 games in 3 days here, this being the second of those 3 for both. And for CMU, it's their largest opponent they've met this season. The number 2 Ice Bears have slowly progressed up the rankings throughout the last couple of months. And notably, the Mid-American Conference, they sit with Arkansas in the top 5.
That was a good read there by Camara, who thought about coming back defensively to prepare for the 2-on-2, but he saw that if he let the puck come, Missouri State would have numbers the other way, so he went up, met the puck, and was able to knock it away and stop that scoring opportunity.
Here's Jake Stewart collecting it. D-to-D he goes with Matthew Garnier. Garnier chased after by Austin Ritter. Baker will flip this one back into the zone. CMU trying to hold them up in the neutral zone. They will go off for a change, and they'll bring out the top line. Porzonik, Hayden Flynn, along out there with Sam Camara. Owen Campbell will go off and be replaced by Nathan Bottles. Here's Porzonik, run chance, he scores! Hey, what do you say? Andrew Porzonik continues his scoring onslaught. CMU up 1-0.
Yeah, great play there by Andrew Porzonik to steal the puck on the offensive end. And for the second time in 2 games, Missouri State goes down early. And they do not... all of their regulation losses have come when the other team has scored first. So Central Michigan playing a 3-loss Missouri State team gets on the board first at 3:22.
Andrew Porzonik, the native of Macomb, Michigan, scores his 19th goal of the season. And yes, folks, that is his career high in the ACHA. He's already matched his goal total in 15 fewer games. And Reagan, I know it's 15, yes. That is the correct stat. You were looking down at the right score sheet, but nonetheless, what a job by the star forward. Now here come the Chips once again. Hayden Flynn sends this one on the left circle. That one will be stopped by Taplin. And you know, that was Taplin's first good look of the game, and CMU right now on their second shot of the hockey game puts themselves up by the margin of 1.
Yeah, and it was a great play by Andrew Porzonik to force the turnover on the left half boards here, and he was able to stuff on the wraparound, and Porzonik, for him, that's goal number 15 on the year. That puts him 5 goals above Siraki, Gibbs, and Nadu, who all sit tied for second in that scoring category at 10 goals apiece.
Now CMU in the offensive zone once again. First 5 minutes have gone in their favor. Grand Valley State scored quickly on the Bears last night, and now CMU gets their chance to do it. Up 1-0. This one sent deep into the zone there by number 18. That was Jacob Holmstrom. 17 goals, 18 assists, 35 points. The veteran of Palatine, Illinois, a 4-year veteran of the Geneva Cyclones in the NAPHL, points in 7 of his last 8, entering this showcase. Missouri State out to center. Can't control the puck. Couple of missed passes. That forces them back to their own zone once again. Now entering through center. Quickly now up the wing. Zach Sicardi moves it. Lost the puck, knocked off by Owen Campbell. He'll send it back to Ryan Moon, who skates in with it. Checked off hard there by Austin Ritter. Good defensive stands right now by Central Michigan. Getting the Bears sort of out of sync here in the first 5 minutes now gone of this first period. From Miami, Ohio for the Miami Showcase, Devin Serra alongside Reagan Cleaves. Our producer is Parker Morrison. Owen Campbell, a nice move with his feet to the net. Shot on net. Saved there by Taplin. He had Keelan Baker there with him, but he elected to go with the shot first mentality. Austin Ritter backhands this one on net. Taplin didn't see it for a sec. Has to whistle this one up after it went to his blocker pad on the near side post.
I like that thought by Owen Campbell to get this shot on, but for Keelan Baker, you've got to stop once you're in front of the net. He goes too deep, and that takes him out of reach of that rebound, and he's unable to pounce on it. If he's able to reach out with that stick and grab it, it's an easy tap-in goal.
Nadu to dig in there with Tyler Culleton. We talked about him a little bit, the first-year player for the Ice Bears. So we get a whistle here, stoppage of play.
And offside here on Central Michigan.
Culleton, the native of St. Louis, played for the Iowa Wild AAA Under-16 and Carshield AAA with teammate Blake Harder, the 6th leading scorer in the nation with 39 points. He's on a 6-game point streak entering this Miami Showcase, and he has points in all but 4 games played this season. And, you know, I think what most notably could be said about Tyler Culleton is that fact that he leads a very aggressive penalty kill unit. He has 5 shorthanded goals this season. Now the Ice Bears through center. Try to get some offensive pressure muster. They can't do it again. Another missed pass there intended for Vincent Conti. Central Michigan will control in their own zone. Bad turnover by Andrew Siraki. Gave up the puck there. Here's Conti. Back to the point. Shot on net. Well wide. That one rims around the end boards. Comes to the half wall. Kept in by the zone. Kyle Chapman will be there to pick it up and slide it across for his freshman teammate, Braden Keel. Another turnover. Here now is Culleton. Tries to set it in front. Blocked away there by Keel. In the corner. Back to the near side now. Siraki tries to play with it. He'll get it out of the zone finally. The Ice Bears muster their first offensive look of the hockey game, but not much really to come of it. Only a bare minimum 1 shot in this game to CMU's 4. 13:45 left of this first period. Into the far side corner now. Camara tries to dish it over to Martin. He'll scoop it up, dish it off to Porzanik, who plays it there in his wickets. Camara sends it in deep. This one will go back all the way for an icing, and we'll come back to the other side. So a couple of back and forth icings. Reagan, you kind of get the feel these two teams are still playing themselves out a little bit, just trying to kind of get their play under themselves. You know, Missouri State yesterday, we watched them play Grand Valley after CMU's contest. Kind of looked a little bit out of sync to start. They had answered Grand Valley's 1-0 lead early, but then the Lakers stormed back, scoring 2 goals within 45 seconds of each other to nod them up with a 2-goal advantage. And from there on, they held the lead, which would last into a 4-2 victory. And, you know, for Missouri State, uncanny territory, as that one's going to be scooped up quickly by Lauren Jones. Uncanny territory to find themselves losing to a top 15 opponent and trying to avoid another MCHC loss against CMU, who's come on a lot better as of late. 4-0-1 in their last 5 games. They were 2-4-1 before that, and it's notable to point out that they hadn't had a win against a ranked opponent before Grand Valley State about 2 months ago. So CMU still at number 24, trying to crack their way into the top 16 that get sent to nationals in Boston this year. Here's Christopher Martin. He'll fling it over to Owen Campbell. Saucers this one slowly to Nathan Bottles. Didn't get enough mustard on it. It allows the Ice Bears to turn the puck over for themselves. They'll send it in deep again, and that one's going to be called for a whistle as number 12, Zach Drummond, did not gain the red line. So it comes back to the Ice Bears own zone, and this is pretty crucial for the fact that faceoffs has been such an important thing for the Chippewas in particular, Reagan. We talked about how before Owen Campbell came back that they were struggling to find a man to take the centerpiece draws for them, but seems like they've been doing that so far in the first part of this game.
Yeah, Owen Campbell's been a good addition for the Central Michigan team, even in just the first 2 games since his return. He's been able to win faceoffs just like that and gain offensive zone possession for CMU.
Through center quickly comes Ryan Moon. Gets it up the wing. He's gone 3 Central Michigan forward bodies in front of him now. He'll have to dump this one in and go off for a change. The Ice Bears elect to get their fresh bodies on the ice. This Ice Bear team led by head coach Cody Blevins in his 7th season, along with assistant coach B.J. Norman. They've done a phenomenal job getting to 20 wins on the year. As look out, here's a nice nifty move inside there. Still loose in front, and that one's cleared away. Jamison McGrath made a nice move to get to the near side post, but didn't have the loose change. And then he went in front. That one set there by Zach Sicardi to the corner now. Behind the net, the Ice Bears mustering their first good attack of the game. Charlie Hayes will flip it out of the zone, negate that attack, and it'll come back over the blue line now. Here comes Zach Sicardi again. Turn the puck over. Hayes will flip it once again to dump it.
Now that's 2 great plays there by Charlie Hayes, and almost a third right there as he misses Austin Ritter, and that'll go for icing. But right on that zone entry for Missouri State, there was a quick shot on goal. Lauren Jones made the initial save, and on the second opportunity, the rebound came right to the near side of the crease. Charlie Hayes was able to be there defensively and do what Central Michigan has struggled to do at points in this season, which is clear rebounds defensively, and he also got a second clear later in that possession.
The senior from Ada, Michigan has given a steady presence at the blue line. 5 goals, 9 assists, 14 points on the year. He expressed this offseason that, quote, "We will be national champions." Big expectations for a team that's only ranked 24th in the nation. Quick puck loose in front, shot on net there by Vincent Conti, trying to look for his own rebound, and was knocked down to the ice. Now, through center, the Ice Bears keep it in the zone to the point. Set on net, well wide, off the end board. Charlie Hayes scoops it up. He'll look to turn back aside and give it to his D partner, Kyle Chapman. They'll tic-tac-toe with it as the Ice Bears pressure them hard in the zone. Tyler Martin still inside the zone. Now Martin will finally flip it out. The Bears will have to reset in their neutral zone. Kyle Chapman off the near side wall. Checked down to the ice there by Tyler Culleton. They'll come back here. Siraki hounding Brett Houston. Chippewas mustering attack. Here's Brandon Kim. Shot on net. Tipped in front of that one. Well, went wide on the near side post. Siraki was trying to look for it. A goal and an assist last night in the win over Nebraska. Sends a puck in front. Kyle Chapman will tee it up. Blocked in front. Didn't get a lot of smoke on that shot.
Good to see
not able to keep the zone.
But it is good to see the Chippewas cycling that puck, getting opportunities, because you never know what happens if you put a shot through traffic. Maybe it hits a couple of bodies. Maybe it takes a deflection. Great forecheck here by Porzondik.
Andrew Porzondik had the first goal of the hockey game. Look out. Puck's loose in front still. Who has it? Hayden Flynn was on the post, trying to stuff it home past the short side. Taplin was unsure of himself right there. I think his teammate was trying to whistle to him, hey, scoop this puck up, get us a stop, because right now both teams have been kind of back and forth in the last 4 minutes, but CMU with some really, really good pressure, getting to the deeper part of the net, forcing Taplin all the way back to his crease. Now another face-off win for the Chips. This one set on net, tipped in front wide. Who's looking for Camara to Porzondik right there. Corner, battle. Nathan Bottles tied up there with a couple of Ice Bears. It's Josh Hansen trying to fight for it. Hayden Flynn will come in to help out. The Ice Bears will finally control. It's Tyler Ott. Moves it to the corner. Trying to swift it out of the zone. Whiffed on the clear attempt. Andrew Porzondik will come back. Cycling the puck down to Bottles. Tied up there with Gage Gronberg. And now the Ice Bears will control and get this one out, but another missed pass there intended for A.J. Daniger. allows CMU to regain possession.
The first 10 minutes of this hockey game, Devin, polar opposite of what happened yesterday afternoon when Central Michigan came out of the gate extremely sluggish against Nebraska. But in the first 10 minutes of this one, they've been hemming Missouri State in the defensive end, and Central Michigan's just been applying the pressure back and forth in this.
Look out, 3-on-2 develops. Nathan Bottles skirts past one defender, will send us to the end board, intended for Isaac Gibbs, and he missed on that one. The Ice Bears now coming back the other way. A missed pass. Charlie Hayes sends it deep to the zone. The Ice Bears will change, and so as well the Chippewas. 9:01 left to go in this first period. CMU up 1-0 after Andrew Porzadek's 15th goal of the season. It was an even strength goal, and look out, the Ice Bears now develop something of their own. Over the blue line quickly, Ryan Moon trying to send that one in net. Well wide off the end board.
Good
fighting past Chippewa. Send in front there. Try to one-timer. Shot on net. Fires, and that one off the right pad of Lauren Jones. Chippewas will clear it out.
This one will go for icing. Another icing against Central Michigan. Fans, CMU hockey continues with the conclusion of a day-night doubleheader this evening. The women's team takes on Sioux College at 7. Derek Steele and Matt Ryder will have the call for you live from Martin Ice Arena starting at 7. That game will be right here on CCHN, your home for Chippewa hockey.
It'll be Gibbs digging in with Tyler Culleton for the draw. Gibbs got it, but the Ice Bears gained the possession. Nice block in front there by a freshman, Brandon Clements, looking to rebound after a tough night last night that saw him give up a couple of fast breaks. Another puck set in front. Good defense by the Chippewas to keep the passing lanes clogged up. Here they come the other way. Andrew Miller over the line, dumps the puck in. After he gained the red line, he'll go off for a change.
That's some great defensive work there by Central Michigan, getting into the passing lanes and being able to knock down some passes and make life a little bit easier for Lauren Jones in the crease for CMU.
The Ice Bears just look very out of sync right now. They're trying to get passes to the neutral zone quickly, but they just can't handle a lot of them, as Culleton seems like he's trying to connect with his line mates, Conti, and just couldn't do it. An example right there. Now the Ice Bears again look to enter inside the zone. Kilb will fight with him off the puck. Owen Campbell there. Kilb takes it back over there. Checks his man to the boards. That's Isaac Cooper. Or rather, that was Jake Schillereth. And here comes Owen Campbell the other way. Chased after by two Ice Bears. No icing as he won the race to the puck. Tied up in the corner. Tries to dish it. Gains possession. In front for Chapman. Poke checked away there, and it comes back to center. Campbell has to chase back after it. Pursued in by Schillereth.
Oh, my goodness. Owen Campbell got hacked at 3 times in the defensive end, gets taken down on the third, and both the referees staring at it. Nobody called anything.
Kyle Chapman elbowed down to the ice by Blake Harper. Gained the possession of the offensive zone.
Penalty coming up here on Missouri State.
Delayed penalty coming up here. Until the Ice Bears touch it, now they will. And so CMU is going to go to their first power play.
Should be a tripping penalty here on Missouri State. And Owen Campbell was taken down in the right wing circle, so CMU on the power play for the first time tonight. At 13:07, they're 27.4% on the air, converting on 20 of 73.
Chips were 1 for 5 last night in the win over Nebraska. 20%, and as you mentioned, Reagan, 27.4 on the year. Pretty good stats for a team that's kind of had troubles finding that perennial goal scorer with all the injuries they had over the mid-portion of the season. That one tipped off in front after it was Connor Morgan shooting it in, the freshman star forward from Waterford, Michigan, who has 6 goals, 7 assists, and 13 points, one of the leading freshmen.
You know what, Devin? Something Central Michigan, especially since Brendan Martin has come on as the head coach, he's done a very good job of getting players open on the back door, and it's 3 or 4 times Central Michigan has converted on power plays like that.
Here goes Camara to work. Sends that one on net. That one went well wide. Gained the possession of the puck. There was Gage Gronberg. Sends the length of the ice. 1:21 left to go in CMU's first power play of the night.
I like what Central Michigan did there. They got the puck up to Camara, and a good idea there from Isaac Gibbs to try and deflect that puck, but he just ended up putting it about 10 feet wide. Oh, look out. Here's a shorthanded breakaway.
Shorthanded breakaway. Moon on the net. It's forehand. He's saved there by Lauren Jones. The Ice Bears looking for another shorthanded goal, and they're stopped by junior goaltender Lauren Jones. A vet in Michigan. The junior has 6 wins, 4 losses, and 1 overtime loss on the year.
A miscommunication there between Andrew Siraki and Isaac Gibbs. Siraki was going up right wing. Gibbs saw him wide open. He threaded a pass through neutral ice, but it came just after Siraki decided to turn around and go back for a change. So it'll end up being an icing against CMU.
This Ice Bears penalty kill is one of the best in the nation and one of the most aggressive. We mentioned in the pregame show, Tyler Culleton has 5 short-handed goals this year. And off the top of my head, I can't name any, but there are multiple others with multiple short-handed goals. Now CMU through center, trying to muster something on their power play that they haven't been able to get really anything mustered on except for the first 5 or 10 seconds.
And I mean, for Missouri State, they've taken the second most penalty minutes in the in Division III.
Oh, massive hit there, laid to Jay Nadeau. He still fights for the puck. Now slashes the stick out of Blake Harper's hands. That one looks like it would draw a whistle, and it will.
And it should be a penalty against Nadeau, and it is.
Nadeau's going to go to the box for a slashing call. That'll put us at 4-on-4 for the next 13. Still in the box is Matthew Garnier for Missouri State. So CMU, after they mustered their first power play of the night, really couldn't do anything with it. It was almost like the Ice Bears were on the attack, and now they will be. And then after 13 seconds, the face-off draw in CMU zone.
For Jay Nadeau, that's the culmination. That's his 22nd penalty minutes of the year. He's taken a lot recently. Oh, a good shot through traffic there by Holmstrom.
Here's Clements. Tags it over to Charlie Hayes. Coming out of the box now is Garnier. Back to the bench he'll go. The Ice Bears to their first power play of the night. They'll have 1:40 to work with. Over the blue line now, into the attacking zone. Dished off there to Jacob Holmstrom. Holmstrom, cross ice feed, shot on net, saved there by Lauren Jones with the glove. That was attempted by Braden Harwell. Now to the corner. The Ice Bears in front, still loose, they score! Brock Gearhart with his 4th of the season on the doorstep, and they fight for it. The Ice Bears on the power play connect.
And that's a good, hard-working shift there for Missouri State. Gerhardt stuffing home the 3rd opportunity from in tight after Lauren Jones made the initial save. It's 1-1 here as Missouri State capitalizes on a power play goal at 15:31.
I believe that was Harwell, Reagan, who was sending that puck in front. Good presence awareness to get that one from the end board to the dangerous area in the slot. And Missouri State looked like they were putting on the pressure, and now, after it looked like CMU had possession of most of the period, find themselves tied in this hockey game after Brock Gearhart's goal. It's his 4th of the season. Gearhart, a native of Festus, Missouri, at 6'4", 235 pounds. Reagan, he is a massive, massive presence for this Ice Bear team. Here's a shot on net, toe drag style from Vincent Conti. That one went wide off the near side.
And if you're Central Michigan, you cannot let Missouri State get momentum off of that goal. You got to do, oh, look out, and they score!
Vincent Conti deep into the zone in less than 30 seconds. The Ice Bears once again. And you thought for a second there that, man, they weren't really mustering neutral zone passes kind of swiftly, but now, all of a sudden, it's a 2-1 hockey game.
And that's a misplay by Lauren Jones behind the net. He comes out to get the puck behind that on the Missouri State dump-in, but it rims off his stick, deflects out in front, and that's a tough goal to give up if you're Lauren Jones. Just 30 seconds apart. That goal coming at 16:08.
In his own zone, Andrew Miller wiped out after trying to collect it at the half wall, and you see now CMU's bench all of a sudden with a little sense of urgency. They've given up 2 goals in less than 30 seconds apart. So Lauren Jones miscue. Here's Jay Nadeau trying to possess it. The Ice Bears relentless on the attack now. Braden Harwell picks it up to the slot. Shot on net. Saved there by Jones. You can't find it yet. Now he does. Dangerous chance again. That was Brett Houston moving in on it. Man, he's looked a little unsteady now the last 3 or so minutes. Jones started last night against Nebraska. Had a pretty good start to the game. Only faced 19 shots throughout the whole contest as CMU pretty much dominated the offensive possession time.
Yeah, and this is something that Central Michigan has struggled with throughout the year, is allowing their opponents to score 2 goals in quick succession. And what Central Michigan needs to do here is lock down and not allow Missouri State to capitalize further on this momentum here. Good play by Flynn.
Dishes it to Porzonik in the slot, tries to get it in front. That one's knocked away to the end board now. Picked up here by number 8. That's Gage Kronberg. He'll send it to the blue line now. Picked up by Zach Drummond. He'll scoot it out to center. Cleared down the zone. That one is called an icing because he did not gain the red line, so it's going to have to come back to Missouri State's zone. The number 2 team in the nation, knocked off last night by number 9 Grand Valley State. CMU came into this weekend ranked number 24, and after the latest ranking, they stayed there.
2:53 left here in the first period. Stay with us. Parker Morrison will have the first intermission report with a look at the out-of-town scoreboard of the American Collegiate Hockey Association. Look out, bottles out in front for Porzonik.
Porzonik just couldn't, I guess, shoot that puck.
He overskated it.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so close. He couldn't get a clean handle on it. Central Michigan had a golden opportunity.
He's going to wish he had that one back. Porzonik opened the scoring at 3:49 of this first period at even strength. The Chippewas trying to answer after they let up 2 goals in succession. Clements stick handled away after that one sent in front. Hayden Flynn knocked off the puck by Gage Kronberg. He sent it wide. Ice Bears regain possession. CMU going off for a change. Look out. Charlie Hayes intercepted a pass intended for A.J. Daniger. Daniger, hard collision at center. Here's Gage Kronberg picking it up. D to D he goes to Drummond. Over the wing there to Hansen. Intercepted by Baker. Baker take it down hard to the ice there by Hansen. Allows the Ice Bears to get it out to center. Austin Ritter comes in. Checks his man. Braden Keel. Over to Owen Campbell. The freshman keeps it onside. Flips into the zone. Chased in after there. Now Drummond. Hard hit by Baker to the corner.
Central Michigan's really turned up the physicality here and since allowing that second Missouri State goal, and they've seem to be turning a little bit of momentum in their favor. Oh, look out. Oh, Central Michigan lucky there as Ryan Moon intercepted a clearing attempt in the high slot, but couldn't hold a handle on it.
Yeah, Chapman with an uncanny interception there. I think he was trying to feed that one to Keel, but now he gains possession here. Puck tipped off the blade of Holmstrom. It keeps it onside for Campbell.
Oh, come on.
Now Moon back through center here. Once again, going to try his luck over the blue line. He's got Gearhart up the wing, has the power play goal for the Bears. Cross ice pass, shot on that, tees it out to the 5-hole. He's got it, just barely. And I don't think Jones saw that one. It was set on net by Zaccardi, not really a great clapper.
That took a deflection out in front of Lauren Jones. It was going high, but it took a deflection in the mid-slot, and it looked like it was going through the wickets of Lauren Jones, but he squeezed that 5-hole shut and kept the puck out of the net. It remains just a 2-1 contest here.
Reagan, I have the feeling that CMU just wants to get out of this period with how Lauren Jones has looked the last couple of Missouri State shots.
I mean, and that was just a deflection from the slot. I don't blame him for being a little bit caught out there, but it was a good job by him with a quick reaction to close the wickets.
Christopher Martin, 30 seconds to go in the period. Tries to flip it up to Siraki, got it to Martin, but he turned it over. Here come the Ice Bears. Isaac Cooper over the line. Dished it out. Christopher Martin there to pick it up. D to D, he'll go with Camara. Slides all the way to Morgan, turn it over. The Ice Bears in the slot, keep it in. Deep to the zone, fighting for it is Cooper with Camara. Culleton now. Up top to Brett Houston. Can't keep the zone, however. 5 seconds to go. The period will end. One more shot on net. And the Ice Bears, they conceded the first goal of the game, 3:49. Scored 2 goals in less than 30 seconds. One on the power play from Gearhart, and then Vincent Conti to lead 2-1. Stay with us. Parker Morrison will recap everything in this first period when we come back for the first intermission report presented by SeaWitchIceHockey.com. Stay with us. Ice Bears and Chippewas live on CCHN.
Welcome back to Miami University, where your Central Michigan Chippewas are taking on the number 2 Ice Bears, and it has been one heck of a first period with a lot of defensive stops on Miami's end and a lack of defense on the Central Michigan Chippewas end. We had a goal right away from Porzonik, right off the bat. It was a great start for Central Michigan University, and you heard Reagan say in the beginning of this broadcast that a stat was that the Ice Bears have never won while being down right away, but then they came back within these same 30 seconds with a goal from Gearhart and a goal from Conti. These same 30 seconds, Lauren Jones was able to let those two up, and that hurt him. He's very hesitant to come out of the goal now after that second one from Conti, and it's just been a lack of defense for Central Michigan since that, and the Chippewas have just been turning it over left and right. They cannot get anything going offensively because it is always down on their side of the court, or excuse me. Now let's go over to Central Michigan Chippewas women's D2 team. They are facing Sioux College at 7 today and then 1 p.m. on Sunday. Sioux College is going to be their toughest matchup of the season so far. And now we go to the men's D2 team, who's going to be facing MSU at 7 p.m. tonight. For the rest of the ACHA, well, let's go to the top 10. We have number 1, Hope, who is not playing tonight. Number 2, Notre Dame, who's going against number 23, Calvin. Number 3, Arkansas, against number 15, Miami, Ohio, who is hosting this tournament, so shout out to them. Number 4, Missouri State, who is facing us right now. Number 24, CMU. Number 5, Saginaw Valley, and number 6, Lawrence Tech, are both not playing. Number 7, Air Force, is also not playing. And number 8, Purdue, goes against Michigan Flint. Number 9, Grand Valley, goes against Pittsburgh. And number 10, Michigan, goes against number 17, Oakland. So a lot of action coming up for you in the ACHA. Thank you so much for watching Inside Chippewa Hockey. CCHN Hockey, presented by cmishicehockey.com. This has been the first intermission report. I'm Parker Morrison. We will be right back after this with the second period of action for you.
Back inside the Goggin Ice Center here in Oxford, Ohio. The Miami Showcase. It's Central Michigan, number 24, against number 2, Missouri State. And the second of both of these teams' 3-game weekends. And you know, Reagan, we talked a little bit about Brock Gearhart in the pregame show. This guy is a massive behemoth, 6'4", 235. Had the opening goal for Missouri State in this game, coming at 16:29 of the first period. And I don't think we've seen a player this large since, boy, I've been here, even your time.
Yeah, I mean, the only player I can think of is Brennan Martin, but he's a little bit shorter than him, and it's certainly a big player, and he plays well, too. He's got, on the year, Gerhardt has 10 goals, 6 assists. That was his 11th of the campaign, so he's certainly a big presence for Missouri State, and he plays like it, too.
And, you know, you talked so much about how in front of the net it would be difficult to block shots and get pucks to the net, and Gearhart is kind of providing that. CMU really can't even do anything knocking him off the puck. They probably just have to skate around him and keep the wingers from getting into the attacking areas, because if they spend too much time focused on him, it'll allow the forwards for Missouri State to open up, and you've kind of seen that now with 2 goals in quick succession coming. And, you know, a little bit of what was an important story in that first period was Lauren Jones' play. Although he started the game off pretty hot, saving his first 5, he allowed 2 quick goals, his 6th and 7th, and then later on the Ice Bears would continue the onslaught. So let's see where the momentum shifts heading into this second period. Puck drop, initially won by MSU. They'll send it back to the zone. Here's Christopher Martin, flips it up, chipped into the zone, turned over quickly now. Here come the Ice Bears the other way, shot on net, and once again in the 5-hole area, Lauren Jones has to pick that one up. That was Blake Harper on net. 18 games played, 5 goals, 14 assists on the year.
Yeah, Lauren Jones saw that one. Well, it was just a low shot. He didn't get as much on it as he wanted to, but this was a good intercept by Missouri State at neutral ice. It was clear right through the zone, and walking in down the right side was Harper, and he got a good scoring opportunity for Missouri State.
Now Sam Camara plays with it. Flipped it over to Austin Ritter. That one's dumped in once again. And now, you know, the question of this pair, we saw a lot of icings, you know, 2 teams kind of trying to fill each other out, see where their strengths and weaknesses lie. And I think the biggest point is the special teams. That's going to be a key part of this hockey game through going all the way down to the final 60 minutes. Which team can capitalize on their chances? We talked about Missouri State is one of the best penalty kill teams in the nation, albeit they take a lot of them. Second most in the nation at 425, staggering through their first 26 games. And CMU can only really compare with about 230.
18:44 left here in the second. And it seems the start of this second period has been controlled by Missouri State, much like the end. And Missouri State's gotten a lot bigger shot advantage since that opening goal for CMU.
Driving now is Jacob Holmstrom over the blue line. Played well there by Brandon Clements, the freshman defenseman. Has played in all but 1 game this season. Has done a nice job for them in times when really CMU defense has been hemmed in. He had a rough game last night, but has come off better as of late. And it's good to see from a young player that's still learning how to hold his own in the ACHA. And here he comes through center, shot on net. Ooh. A beautiful glove save there by Ethan Taplin. And Clements, as we just mentioned to him, was looking to reverse his fate right there.
That was a good play by Clements, but Central Michigan lucky that wasn't called offside as they entered the zone on the far wing after Clements intercepted that puck. But it looked like the man on the far side was just a hair offside.
Almost looked like he was trying to use the Ice Bear defenseman in front to screen. Now a large fight for the puck in the near side half wall inside Missouri State zone. It's Andrew Miller, the 4th line, going to work for CMU. Back to the end boards now. Played in there by number 18, Jacob Holmstrom. Turned the puck over. Jay Nadeau at his own bench. Backhands this one all the way over to Taplin. He'll hold with it. Left it there for Jameson McGrath. Trying to get out of the blue line, turned over. Here's Isaac Gibbs with a look. Blocked in front off the skate there. Good defensive awareness there by number 26, Tyler Culleton. Or rather, that was 20, Matthew Garnier. Here the Ice Bears come the other way quickly now. 3-on-2 almost develops now. Right off to the right circle. Good defensive work by Clements. Ice Bear lost an edge. That was Braden Harwell. And now CMU will play with it. Isaac Gibbs over to Connor Morgan. Morgan, cross ice feed for Clements. Went off the ref's skate. This one sent back into the offensive zone. Shot on net well wide there by A.J. Danninger. Jay Nadeau intended to pass for Tyler Martin. That was blocked away. Brandon Clements has to go and pick it up. He'll be chased it again by Danninger. This one now pursued Charlie Hayes. Back behind his own net. Has to turn once, twice. Takes a look. Flips it up out of the zone with nobody home to take it. And will skirt all the way back down if the Ice Bears can win the icing, and they do. Blake Harper wins the race against Jay Nadeau.
Good hustle from Harper and Nadeau there. Nadeau came from about 10 feet behind him, but he ended up being about only a foot behind Harper in that race. So good hustle there by Jay Nadeau. If he had a little bit more room, he may have won that race, but hockey is only played on an ice sheet 200 feet long.
Face-off's going to be taken by Nadeau and Culleton, the junior from Novi, Michigan. 10 goals, 7 assists, 17 points on the year. He's only been top 3 in scoring during his time at Novi High School, but slowly has crept into top 5 scoring metrics on this Central Michigan team. Why did they score? A quick goal there. The Ice Bears answer back, 3-1.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate giveaway for Central Michigan, the offensive end, or the defensive end, pardon, and they just could not. They can't give Missouri State that much time and space, and that's 3 unanswered for Missouri State, 3:46 into the second period.
It was Tyler Culleton, the leading scorer for this Ice Bears team, with now his 14th of the season. It looked like they won a corner battle, and it allowed one of the Ice Bears defensemen to get it in front, and another chance in tight on Lauren Jones right there. Blocked away by a Central Michigan defender, but Culleton did a nice job to find the open space and roof it past the glove side of Lauren Jones. Boy, what a fast, explosive player he is, and he shows it off right there. Now his team with a 2-goal advantage. CMU on their heels in their own zone, trying to get it out. The Ice Bears hounding the Chippewa forwards. Connor Morgan finally will flip it. It'll allow them to get some time to heal up and get the look they need in their own zone, but you know, right now it looks like the Ice Bears are taking control of this hockey game.
And they certainly have 3 unanswered goals, but for Central Michigan, you got to regroup. You've faced 2-goal deficits before. You've got to be able to keep calm, keep control, and that'll allow you to get back into this hockey game.
15-12 left in the second period. Devin Serra alongside Reagan Cleves. Parker Morrison is our producer from Oxford, Ohio, here at the Goggin Ice Center, home of the Miami Redhawks, for this Miami Showcase hosted by Miami, Ohio's club hockey team. Officially now ranked 15th in the nation, top 16. Important because only 16 teams will go to Boston this year, and for CMU finding themselves on the outside looking in, need wins this weekend against ranked opponents. And they got one of those against Nebraska, number 14, last night. Now a clapper attempt fanned down by Austin Ritter. It allows the Ice Bears to develop a breakaway the other way. Breakout.
Great play there by
offside.
Sam Camara coming back, negating the grade A scoring chance there for Missouri State. They almost had a man in behind the defense, but they could not get to it, and it was a great play there for CMU.
Face off in front of MSU's bench. They win the draw. Sent in by Blake Harper. And allow them to set up the attack at the blue line. A shot on net, saved off the stick of Lauren Jones. Comes free to the corner now. Sam Camara, the freshman from Orchard Lake St. Mary's. Hayden Flynn now at the half wall will turn it in. He's pursued in with Angie Porzondik. Has the only goal of the hockey game for the Chips, and set in front with nobody home was Flynn trying to look for Porzondik or Bottles. And now Porzondik with time and space. Bottles trying to send one on net, and that one turned wide. Looked to go glove side. Christopher Martin kept it in the zone. Hayden Flynn down low, trying to get a look. Behind the net, in front there, it's still loose. Porzondik shot, still loose, and that one's finally Dive for by Taplin after Porzonik was on the doorstep with bottles, and we're going to get some extracurriculars gone up here on the ice and off.
What a great opportunity there for Central Michigan. A good 3-4 scoring opportunities in the offensive end. Headman by Hayden Flynn, Andrew Porzonik, and Nathan Bottles getting some great pressure here on Missouri State, forcing the netminder Taplin to make quality saves, and he does a couple times there, and Taplin misplayed the puck. That led to a great opportunity. If Hayden Flynn had just held onto that puck a little bit longer, he might have had the opportunity. Now look out at 2-on-1.
2-on-1 develops for the Ice Bears over the line. Vincent Conti picks it up. Played off the puck hard there by Brandon Clements, and you know, Reagan, it looked like Taplin would be falling down. Here's Jay Nader with a breakout chance. Picked up his own pass, shot on net, and that one saved off the chest protector and into the 5-hole of Taplin. It almost looked like if Porzonik would have held that puck a second longer, maybe moved it to the outside as Taplin was falling, he could have skirted it by the left pad, but nonetheless, it was CMU's best chance of the hockey game since probably the mid-portion of that first period after Missouri State outshooting them 14-9 now.
Central Michigan has come back. They're 2 for 2. Shots on goal are 2 and 2 since about the second minute of this second period. So CMU getting back into it. A couple of good chances. First at the Porzonik Bottles and.
Oh man, stepping up
who's
into
gonna
his
get the penalty
man was
here?
Brandon Clements. Oh, it's again 2 large hits, and that one's going to draw the whistle. It was Clements going in on Isaac Cooper for that puck, and the first time it was Vincent Conti. And let's see what the metrics are by the officials here.
Are they calling the penalty on? They are going to call the penalty on
Clements, and he looked
Clements.
shaken up hard. He went down to the ice the second time from the hip check.
I mean, looking back at the replay, it looked like the Missouri State player instigated the contact, and Clements got hit up high, and they both went tumbling into the end boards. It's going to be an elbowing call on Clements, but I
don't understand it either. It looked like from our vantage point that he was the one that was stepped into rather than.
And it looked like Missouri State, the Missouri State player was the one whose elbow was flung out to the left side. I understand a penalty, but.
And for clarification, that was Vincent Conti, the first hit, and then Isaac Cooper, the second. So I guess the elbowing call official to Brandon Clements. He'll go to the box and sit for 2, holding his wrist inside the 4x4 glass, and Missouri State will set up with their power play. They win the draw now. Back to the point here. Set up here with Ryan Mood. He'll carry with it. Now dumped off there to the blue line. The Ice Bears on the attack. Braden Harwell down low to the end boards. Harwell, good defensive stand there by Camara. Up top now for Holmstrom. Holmstrom will hold. Shot on net. Saved by first-time Jones, and he dives for it. Still loose behind the net. Deflected away to the blue line. Here's Brett Houston down low. Intercepted there by Camara. Good job by him. And Owen Campbell's got a break chance, but it comes all the way to Taplin. Let's see what he does with it. He holds and elects to saucer this one off of his own half wall.
Missouri State already capitalized on their first chance of the morning. Jay Nader went off for a slash at 14:55 of the opening period. Gerhardt then scored 30 seconds into that power play.
Already a minute gone in the second power play of the night for the Ice Bears. They are a 1-for-1 after Brock Gerhardt's goal in the first period. A little bit of an uncanny play right now, as looks like Missouri State having a difficult time setting up to the neutral zone. Now here they come up the wing with it. Blake Harper now skates by one defender, now 2. He'll rim it around to the trapezoid. Back up top now. He'll take it again. Harper set on net there. Saved one time by Jones, and no rebound will come, so it'll cause the whistle.
Both a great deflection there by A.J. Daniger and a great save by Lauren Jones. Daniger was parked right at the top of the crease, and he deflected that shot. It may have been going up. High of the net, but it was a good save by Lauren Jones on the redirect.
It'll be Nathan Bottles to dig in against Tyler Culleton. He won that one and allowed Porzonik to just whiff this one hard off his own bench board. Taplin will be there to pick it up. 28 seconds left in Missouri State's second power play. They'll move through center. Culleton up the wing. Has the most recent goal. Over the blue line now. Through center. Moves in. Charlie Hayes picks that one up. Back to the blue line. The Ice Bears keep it in. Down low. Off the skate of Bottles after Hayes tried to clear it. Colton comes in to fight for it. And now Owen Campbell will scoot in to help out, and that will end Missouri State's second power play of the night. Clemens will come out of the box. We'll see if he goes straight to the bench.
Very solid penalty kill there for Central Michigan.
And he'll stay out there. So Clemens looks to be all right after he took a hard hit before he went to the box. Moving in quickly now. Already again laying the body down low. That's Connor Morgan that time. The Ice Bears. Here's their captain, Jake Stewart, moving in with it. Hip check by Connor Morgan. Can't keep the zone, and they have to go back out to center to retrieve it. Try slice feed. They re-enter now. Here's Tyler Ott. Tyler Ott moving in. Wide of the shot. Charlie Hayes now in pursuit. Keelan Baker plays it. He'll flip this one again. And now repossessed by Matthew Garnier. Chased it after by Isaac Gibbs. The Chippewas get a change. Long saucer pass came to the stick of Camara. Once again sends it in. Rims it around the boards. Far side half wall, Jake Stewart. CMU closes in there to pitch and take the puck possession. Jay Nadu comes in. A little bit of back and forth here in the last 2 minutes. 10 minutes left in the second period. Devin Sarah, Reagan Cleves from Miami of Ohio and Oxford, Ohio. Hayden Flynn with a stretch pass. Moves in with the shot, and that one easily into the chest protector of Ethan Taplin. What a chance right there.
It's a tough chance for Hayden. Flynn stumbled over the blue line and couldn't get a good shot off, but they'll get an offensive zone draw for CMU with 9:54 to go. This state in Chippewas history, back in 2018, Central Michigan outlasted the Ferris State Bulldogs 4-3 in overtime at RL Avik Ice Arena in Big Rapids. The teams traded goals the entire game, with Ryan Dyer opening the scoring at 6:55. Joseph Rodriguez tied the game 3-3 with 6:36 gone in the third, but Dalton Sutherland had the last laugh, scoring 25 seconds into overtime. That's this state in Chippewas history.
Quickly now, here comes Nathan Bottles. Takes a chance for Porzanic. Score! Porzanic! He's got two, and CMU scores two. They're back within one.
What a goal there for Central Michigan. Great 2-on-1 by Porzanic and and Bottles. CMU with Porzanic getting his second of the afternoon. He's got 16 goals on the campaign, and that line of Bottles, Porzanic, and Flynn has been clicking this afternoon. And CMU is back within one with 9:37 to go.
The Chips go end to end with that one, and what a nice job by Porzanic and Nathan Bottles with their chemistry to tip-tap past that puck through the neutral zone, and then they got on the 2-on-1, and no mistake about it, Nathan Bottles with a smooth delivery to Andrew Porzanic, as Reagan mentioned, his 16th of the season. So CMU finds themselves back now in this hockey game, only down by one after the Ice Bears scored 3 unanswered goals after CMU opened the scoring.
Good hit there by Baker on the near boards right at neutral ice, and for Andrew Porzanic, folks, that is his third goal of the weekend and his third straight game with a point. He's been on fire as of late, and since that Notre Dame series, he has had 10 games. In 10 games of those 12, he has points. He has really stepped up his game in the latter half, in the last 12 games.
Face-off won by Andrew Siraki, and how about another player who's been on a scoring onslaught? Siraki has 9 goals, 3 assists in 6 of his last 7 contests, and he's been a factor in this Miami showcase. A goal and assist. Whoa, look at this nifty move. Shot on net. Saved there initially by Lauren Jones. That was Blake Harper. Stick handling past 1-2 CMU defenders. Now another shot from the point, and Lauren Jones finds that one in his wickets for the whistle, as he let that one fall behind the net, but it was already after the whistle, so
it was a good save through traffic there by Lauren Jones.
Look at them handles by Blake Harper here. Look at that. Boom. 1, 2, 3. And gets a nice shot from the low slot area. Boy, can he skate around. Missouri State's defenseman, the third year from St. Louis, Missouri, played 5 years of AAA hockey for Car Shield and posted career-high goal totals and assists last season, on pace for another career high this year. Connor Morgan, or rather that's Andrew Miller now, plays with it. Up the half wall to the corner. As we just mentioned, Blake Harper, the defenseman, playing with it. Christopher Martin tags up. Long stretch pass there for Morgan. He'll get the feed. One-on-one here. Sends a puck on net. And, oh, it looked like he wasn't ready for it. Isaac Gibbs! It's by him. They score! Score! Isaac Gibbs sticks with it! And Andrew Miller will see who it counts towards. Central Michigan tied at 3.
What a play by the Chippewas. Great grit and determination to get in front of to get out in front. Andrew Miller, his first collegiate goal with a great hard-working play in front of the net. Rieger kicked the puck out in front. Isaac Gibbs got the initial shot on, and then Andrew Miller able to get on the rebound of the side of the net as it laid in the crease behind him. It is 3-3 here from Goggin Ice Center.
Andrew Miller, the freshman from Macomb, Michigan, has played in 18 games this season, has not recorded a point until now. His first goal in his ACHA career, and it comes at a very timely spot where CMU has tied up the hockey game after they allowed 3 unanswered, and now Missouri State has conceded the last 2. 7:32 to go of this second period. Here the Ice Bears play with it now through center. Vincent Conti over the blue line now. Long pass for Isaac Cooper through the slot area for Colleton, who has a goal tonight. Owen Campbell, a race for the puck. Can he win it? He gets inside positioning. Moving in. Owen Campbell back in, and he's going to draw a penalty. But he's going to draw a penalty coming up here.
Going to be interference, and do we have a penalty shot?
Brett Houston was defending him. Owen Campbell got the inside positioning, and he's going to get the penalty shot. Very similar to what we saw from Nathan Bottles earlier in the year against Saginaw Valley State. So Owen Campbell is going to get the one-on-one here against Ethan Taplin. Campbell, the sophomore from Jackson, Michigan, returning in his second game since the last season, where he sat out the entire first semester of this year. He now gets a chance to put his team up by 1. 7:12 left in this second period. Let's see what he does with it. Waits with the official. He'll now whistle in it. Campbell will move in over the blue line. Goes forehand. Waits it. Forehand. Backhand. Shoots. He scores! Campbell! Welcome back, kid. Puts his team up by 1.
What a shootout move there by Owen Campbell, outlasting Ethan Taplin to the right side a couple of dekes. Made Taplin bite at the top of the crease, worked it to the nearest side, and slid it past the outstretched left pad. CMU has 3 goals in a matter of 2.5 minutes. They're up 4-3.
3 unanswered goals from both teams. First Missouri State, and now Central Michigan. In this second period, what a contest this has been. Number 24 and number 2 going back and forth. So CMU now with all the momentum they can ever wish for right now, back in the lead. Important. And Porzondik now with the goal, with 2 goals on the night. Andrew Miller with his first as a Chippewa, and Owen Campbell his first of the season and his second start since returning from injury. Face-off whistle is going to return the puck all the way to CMU zone. They'll take the draw with Andrew Porzondik, Keelan Baker, and Nathan Bottles. Let's remember, folks, that this group out here on the ice has accounted for 2 of CMU's 4 goals and 2 in this period. And for Nathan Bottles to dig in, it's been better as of late, but the Ice Bears win that one draw. That one deflected in front wide. Gearhart was the man looking deflected in front, the big body 6'4" defenseman. CMU plays with it. Andrew Porzondik over the line. Ice Bears keeping it in the zone, and Porzondik plays it to Hayden Flint through center. It's a race for the puck now. Andrew Porzondik, he's got possession of it, sticks it, shoots on net, and that one went off the right pad of Taplin, who has seen a lot of action from Porzondik. He checks his man. Look at Andrew Porzondik flying around.
What a great play by Andrew Porzondik. Although he put the puck back into his own end. Look out,
2-on-1 develops here. They're moving out of the line. It's Gage Kronberg. He'll wait with it. Passes it off. Backhand shot. Well wide there by Jacob Holmstrom. He just waited a half second too long and didn't even get it on the net. Connor Morgan moves in with Siraki. Here come the freshmen in front, and Siraki's taken down on the play there. Might have lost an edge. Fighting Blake Harper right there. Christopher Martin with it. Off the end boards, in front. Nice tip off there by Tyler Martin, but nobody home. Look out, and Ice Bears breaking in. It's Jacob Holmstrom. Tied up there with Sam Camara. He'll block him off with the body. Siraki comes in to help. They're tied up over the blue line now. Siraki trying to clear it free. Can't do it. Here comes Ryan Moon. Now a fight for it through center. The Ice Bears gain possession. Moon over the blue line. He'll gain it to the slot. Gets a look. He'll turn to the right circle. Drop pass. Shot. Saved by Lauren Jones. Clears the zone, and the Ice Bears have to reset.
Great stand there by Central Michigan, but we go back to that rush. Connor Morgan tried to find Siraki out in front, but if you look back, he had Andrew Miller trailing high in the slot. He was wide open, and if he got the pass to him, that could have been a grade A scoring chance.
Action ramping up here in the later half of the second period. Breakaway chance for Isaac Gibbs. He's going to have one man to beat. Moves in, shoots. Well wide, didn't get the shot off. Well defended there by Jamison McGrath.
He tried to go between the legs and was stopped. Gerhard hacking and
Look
slashing
out,
at
it
him
still
behind.
is. Miller looking for his second. Jay Nadeau now backhand wide of the net, who's trying to get that one on the blocker's side and couldn't get it to the goal mounting. It slides in front of the crease to the corner now. Christopher Martin in his own end will pick it up. Tied off the puck by Jacob Schillereth. And the Ice Bears, Reagan, look at the amount of pressure CMU has applied. Look at this, back and forth. Here come the Ice Bears again, moving in. Nice defensive stand by Christopher Martin. Didn't allow his man to get inside positioning. Streaking over the wing, here's Sam Camara, the freshman defenseman. Hard hit, elbow to the head, and that one's going to draw the whistle. Camara moved in. He was checked off the puck by Matthew Garnier, and that's going to send him to the box.
It's going to be a slashing penalty, but I thought Camara got hit up high in the head. I saw some head contact, but the referee standing on the other side of the ice didn't, and so we'll see.
They're going to send Isaac Cooper to the box. So the first-year player from St. Louis, Missouri, 13 goals, 8 assists, 21 points. CMU now will go to their second power play of the night, their first since that first period where they couldn't muster anything after a tripping call. Christopher Martin, they win the draw. Slides it over to Charlie Hayes. He'll take a look, and that one redirected wide. Here's now Nathan Bottles. Down low for Nadeau. They'll cycle with it. Backhands it. Keeping it away from the Ice Bear defender. Hayes sends it on net. That one redirected wide again. Nathan Bottles again picks it up. Takes a look in front. Nobody there yet. Waits with it. Still holds it. Turns wide. Bottles to the left circle. Takes a shot. Saved there on the rebound. And that one deflected over and over the net to Jay Nadeau. Charlie Hayes at the point. Down low to Nadeau. Good cycle here by the Chips. Bottles looking for it down low. Goes wide with it. Around the end board. Waits. Looks in front for Baker.
Great tie-up by
Charlie
Baker.
Hayes. A shot. They score! Hey, he's got another. Charlie Hayes has two. CMU leads by 2.
What a great play by Keelan Baker in the slot. He tied up his man, and that allowed Charlie Hayes to get to the puck in the high slot. He put it off the crossbar and off of Taplin on the backside, but it goes in, and CMU is now up by 2.
And Reagan, that happens because Keelan Baker wins the inside positioning, quickly flips that puck to Hayes, who's waiting there in the slot, and he one-times that thing to get a quick shot over the blocker of Taplin, who looks shaky now, who has conceded now 4 goals in this second period. Central Michigan up by 2, 5-3, with 3:12 to go over the number 2 team in the nation. Owen Campo moves in over center. He's got Austin Ritter up the wing. Played off there, Kyle Chapman. Oh, look out. Good break here for the Ice Bears. Moving in a shot. Lauren Jones can't find that one. They score. Shot attempt by A.J. Daniger didn't go. And then it was Jacob Holmstrom on the doorstep to finish the play. The Ice Bears answer. It's back within 1.
That's a misplay at the defensive line, and it may have been the linesman that got in the way of Kyle Chapman and caused him to misplay that puck right at the blue line, and that allowed Daniger to work down the left side, and eventually in the back door it was finished, and we've got ourselves a hockey game at 17:02.
That is Jacob Holmstrom's 18th goal of the season. The third-year player from Palatine, Illinois, was a 4-year veteran of the Geneva Cyclones in the NAPHL 18-under team. He had points in 7 of his last 8 entering this showcase, 10th in the nation in total points, and I think he's going to move up 1 spot to 9th now with 36 on the year. And we talked about how explosive this Missouri State offense could be when they seem like they're trailing. All the momentum is in Central Michigan's favor, and they get a quick answer after a Central miscue.
Yeah, and they do, but Central Michigan, as they played that with a high stick, has got to regroup here. Oh, look out, CMU tried the breakout, didn't work.
Clements sent the length of the ice. It was helped out there by Jay Nadeau. It's going to come back for the icing, so we'll get a quick another draw. And, you know, you remember, Reagan, how CMU kind of had a little bit of a slow start to the first period, right? It seemed like they got out to the hop. They had the first goal, and then Missouri State scored 3 unanswered. Now in this period, it's been chaos back and forth. 5 goals in this period alone to make it a 5-4 game. And Missouri State now on the doorstep looking to answer once again. Near side shot there, saved by Lauren Jones, attempted by Drummond. Holmstrom had the most recent goal. He wants another, tapping his stick on the ice. Up to the point, slid across for Drummond. He'll wait with it. Pursued in by Jay Nadeau, pinching in.
Good play there by Clements behind the net, and now Central Michigan looks to have an opportunity to clear.
Nadeau's got Isaac Gibbs streaking it through center. That one went off the skate of Drummond, deflected the passing lane. Gibbs checks his man to the boards. He goes down. Jay Nadeau behind the net to play with it, but it's Drummond able to possess it. Hayden Flynn at the corner. They'll tie up at the half wall. Ice Bears possess. It's Holmstrom through center. He'll skate quickly now. Turns with it. Defensive stand by Nadeau. Sidesteps one defender. He'll dump it in after getting the red line. And the Bears will go off for a change. Clements tags up with his D partner, Sam Camara. Clements trying to win the battle against Jamison McGrath. He does. The defenseman still caught up in the trapezoid, trying to find his possession. Isaac Gibbs through center. Takes a hip check. Stays on his feet. Hayden Flynn pursues in. McGrath turns with it. Sends it out back to center. 1:25 left to go in this second period. Devin Sarah with Reagan Cleaves from Oxford, Ohio for this Miami showcase here at the Goggin Ice Center in a back and forth fire-powered contest here where it's seen a 5-4 hockey game, 3 unanswered goals from CMU, and then Missouri State on the doorstep trying to answer.
Good save there by Lauren Jones, though we didn't see the puck. 1:02 to go. Stay with us for the second intermission report. Parker Morrison will have that for you live from Goggin Ice Center. We'll recap this one. A crazy second period, and also take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard.
Here's Nathan Bottle, CMU. Looks like they might have a 3-on-2 develop. Andrew Porzonic has his stick flipped in the air, and Bottle was trying to backhand that one, and so that's going to get the whistle. Andrew Porzonic was moving through center. Looked like a 3-on-2 was about to develop, and then the Ice Bear defenseman, if we get a look at it, Reagan, was playing him. And here they come on the breakout. Porzonic's moving in, and he just gets it flipped hard in the air. It flew about 20 feet, about as high as the stanchions here, or even almost the rafters, the balconies here at Goggin Ice Center. It's a very big arena, and hard to reach a stick all the way up there, but that's going to get the call 9 times out of 10. So CMU 0 for 2 on the power play tonight. If this one holds with no getting penalties, they're going to, or a goal, stay on this through the period. 30 seconds to go in this second period. Through center now. Here comes Isaac Gibbs. Defended well there by Tyler Colleton. Now, dishes it to Morgan. Up top for Siraki. 18 seconds to play. Connor Morgan up to Siraki. He'll wait. Turns it. Shoots. Deflected wide. Still loose in front. Porzonic jams away. Score! Isaac Gibbs. Chippewas up by 2 once again, 6-4.
Hard work galore by Central Michigan in this one. They've got 6 goals in a hockey game for only the 4th time this season. They are up 6-4 here at Goggin Ice Center, and it's Isaac Gibbs poking home the goal in front, I believe, and CMU is up by 2 and 11 seconds to go in the period.
What a job, as Reagan mentioned. The hard-working Chippewas stick with it. Isaac Gibbs goes to the net, and it's Andrew Porzonic who's able to finish with him. And what a job by those two to connect. And now Porzonic has helped or assisted on 3 goals tonight.
And for CMU, that's their 2nd goal on the power play tonight. They are 2 for 3. Parker Morrison will recap that and more for you coming up next. And after 40 minutes of play, 6-4, CMU up on the number 2 team in the nation. Stay with us. Intermission report coming up next.
Welcome back inside Miami University with a great game so far. And if you're Central Michigan Chippewas, you could not have asked for a better period. They had 3 unanswered goals and then came back with 4 of their own. And now it is 6 Central Michigan University, 4 Missouri State Ice Bears. After leading after 2 periods, Central Michigan is 10-1-1, so a very great stat to hopefully put them in a little motivational standpoint. And in the very beginning, they were seeming a little choppy, and then as they got through more of the period, they were answering goals and left and right, and they were really, really on the offensive attack. And the Ice Bears just had absolutely no answer to that, making the score 6-4. So absolutely great plays by the Chippewas. Another stat, when scoring 6 or more goals, the Chippewas are 5-0-0, and then when scoring a PPG, they're 10-3-2. So just a little more motivation for the Chippewas to get them going, and they have to be feeling good right now, leading 2 against the number 2 team in the nation. So the Ice Bears goalie seeming a little hesitant to even come out a little bit now, as he's let up 4 in just that period. A very action-packed period for you. Now let's go to the out-of-town scoreboard. We've got the Griffins and Springfield at 7, and that's going to be sort of the Great Skate Winterfest. The Spirit at Flint at 7 as well. Your Red Wings at Philly at 7. Let's go to the rest of the NHL. We have Anaheim at Buffalo at 12:30. Tampa Bay versus Calgary at 3. Minnesota versus Florida at 6. And a lot of action tonight at 7 with Winnipeg at Ottawa, Toronto at Montreal, and Philly at Detroit. Thank you so much for watching the second intermission report. I'm Parker Morrison. We will be right back to the 3rd period with more action. Score is Chippewas 6, Ice Bears 4.
Calamity has broken out here at the Goggin Ice Center in Oxford, Ohio. 7-goal second period by both Central Michigan and Missouri State. CMU erases a 3-1 deficit to lead now 6-4 after 40 minutes. And looking on upset alert is the number 2 team in the nation, Missouri State, who lost to Grand Valley State last night, the number 9 team, 4-2. Reagan, you mentioned before the break a stat to me that breaks out really, really crazily. When CMU leads after 2 periods, they are 10-1-1, 10 wins, 1 loss, 1 overtime loss, and they are 6-0 when leading by 6 or scoring 6 or more goals. That is a telling sign, if you're a Chippewa fan, the importance of this game.
And for Missouri State, when you're trailing after 1, they've only trailed twice after 2 periods of play, Devin. They're 1-1. And for CMU, this is a lockdown period. You're playing a very tenacious Missouri State team. You've got to be able to hold on to this lead and play the hardest you've played all year. Play your best 20 minutes right here, right now, and finish out this win over the number 2 team in the nation.
And I walked over to the scoring table to confirm our numbers at the break, and I saw head coach Brendan Martin walk by. I asked him, well, that must have been crazy, huh? He said, yeah, we had to respond. I gave him it after the first period, and clearly so, showing that this team had to come to life, and they did. They score 5 goals after their initial goal in the first period by Andrew Porzondik, and now find themselves in a 2-goal lead over the number 2 team in the nation, looking to upset alert, but they have to finish the final 20 minutes. Now, Owen Campbell quickly over the line. Here's Ethan Talbot. He's looked steady tonight in net, but there's been a couple of times where CMU's got the better of him, working hard behind the net. On Missouri State side, their biggest goal scorers have come up big when they've needed it most. Tyler Colton has a goal tonight. Jacob Holmstrom, as well as Brock Gearhart.
And that's a chance there for Central Michigan that they kind of don't get to capitalize on. Sam Camara kept the puck into the right point after a failed Missouri State clearing attempt along the boards. He had Jay Nadeau right at the high slot. He had an opportunity to get it over him wide open for a shot, but instead he just elects to loft it on goal and let Taplin make the easy save.
And that was an easy save for Taplin by Kyle Chapman, setting a shot at the point of the waist after the face-off. This one's going to be drawn in now by Jay Nadeau. He wins that one. CMU back-to-back face-off wins. A quick shot turning aside there was Isaac Gibbs. Talbot sent it, deflected wide. Now in front for Gibbs, and a hard hit at the half wall there by Gearhart on Nadeau. He's going to feel that one tomorrow morning. Over the blue line, shot on net. Blocked off the skate of Braden Keel, the freshman defenseman. Kept into the zone by the Ice Bears. Good job there by Zach Drummond. Drummond will turn wide with it to the trapezoid. Sent in deep, pursued in, and Lauren Jones is down on the ice. I didn't see what happened on the play for him.
Kyle Chapman got shoved into the left post. Let's see if we can get a look at. Looked like on the replay, but we're a little bit behind.
The initial shot, Gibbs came in to pursue.
The referees actually might be talking about it because I thought Kyle Chapman got rubbed into the post.
Drummond turns
and they are going to have it outside.
Yeah, okay, look. So Gearhart knocks over Chapman. He falls into Jones, knocks off the net. So that's why, because it was caused by Gearhart, it comes out of the circle.
So that's a good work there by the officials to discuss what they happened. The high official came down and was talking with the low official, saying, "Hey, this puck should be outside the zone." So good work there by the officiating crew.
Got hit by Siraki on the side. Tyler Martin, the pair of eights, collided there with Siraki and tight. Clements had to go back to retrieve it. He'll scoot it up the wing. They're trying to get it out of the zone. He does. Stretch pass intended for Connor Morgan, missed. Allowed Drummond, or rather Drummond to send it in to the other side. No icing as he gained the red line. Tyler Martin through center now. Missed a pass intended for Siraki, or rather that's Charlie Hayes now. Brandon Clements tags up with his D partner, Charlie Hayes, the captain and senior from Ada, Michigan, who has 2 goals tonight in this hockey game. He scored the 5th goal for CMU to put them up 5-3. The Missouri State answered. And then with the 6th goal, and the most recent would be Isaac Gibbs, assisted by Andy Brzonik and Andrew Siraki. And boy, our scoring sheet is chaos, so I won't even give you the time of day to go through it, Reagan. But it has been a collective team effort right here. notably after the first where, let's be honest, it looked like they were outplayed at the later half.
I mean, and Central Michigan was outplayed in the latter half of the first period, and that was shown by the 2-1 score that Missouri State had, but CMU, a tenacious team as they've been all year. Oh, look out. Two Missouri State players collided at the side of the net, and this leads to maybe a Central Michigan chance. Good keep.
Kept it in the zone. Look out. Porzonic blew a tire. Racing quickly now. Here's Braden Harwell. Knocked off the puck by Christopher Martin, the younger brother of head coach Brendan Martin. Nice defensive stand. The Ice Bears still inside the attacking zone, however. Camara slided to the half wall, picked up here by Stewart. He'll play with it now. Stick handle, poke check by Sam Camara. Keeps him out wide, doesn't allow him to attack in the middle, and it allows Christopher Martin now to slide with it. Pursued in by Tyler Ott. To the outside, breakaway chance for Hayden Flynn. He's got a one-on-one here. He's got to beat the man, and he does it. That's Zach Sicardi moving in. We love you guys, but man, that was brutal.
Ooh,
icing not called. It looks
good
like
hustle.
Conti won the race against Camara.
Great hustle there by Conti.
Christopher Martin tried to backhand this one out of the zone. It's kept in by Conti. Hard hip check, and you can see the physicality ramping up, Reagan. CMU's keeping Missouri State to the outsides, but look out, a race for the puck now. Austin Ritter can't get there. 2-on-1 develops. Look at the hustle and work by Blake Harper to not allow two Central Michigan forwards to win that battle.
Stay in your net, Lauren.
Look out, puck's loose in front. Deflected wide. Austin Ritter at the half wall. Ribbon around the boards. Keelan Baker there to pick it up. Zach Sicardi to pursue. Drop pass for Owen Campbell. He'll gain the blue line. Austin Ritter comes in with him to help. Harper backhands this puck in deep. Collected there by Conti. He'll slide it over there for Sicardi. He'll be battled here by Campbell in the corner. Now here's Tyler Colleton, the leading scorer, 9th in the nation in points, or 6th in the nation. Here's Braden Keelum now. Good poke check against Isaac Cooper. Not allowed him to gain the shot attempt, get past him. So this one comes back out to center. Austin Ritter. He's got Keelan Baker and Owen Campbell on the wings. Good defensive pressure by Zaccardi to get in the passing lane. They regain the zone, however. Chapman with a wrister, and that one well wide over the glass.
Great defensive stand here by Central Michigan for the first 4 minutes, 40 seconds of this third period. This will be an icing on Central Michigan, and great job to force Missouri State to ice the puck, and those tired Ice Bears are going to stay out there with 15:15 to go. Fans continuing, this broadcast of today's game is a copyrighted presentation of the American Collegiate Hockey Association, the CMU Club Hockey Network, and Moore Hall Television. No reproduction, retransmission, or other distributions of the descriptions or accounts of this game may take place without the express written consent of the ACHA, CCHNM, and MHTV.
Nadu drawing in against Tyler Culleton. Both these players have contributed a couple of points here tonight. That one's won by Culleton. To the trapezoid, Gage Gronberg slides it across there. Cooper sends it the length of the ice. Clements picks it up before it gets to the trapezoid. No icing. Chop pass for Charlie Hayes. He'll collect it. Goes D to D there with Clements. Allows them to gain possession through center. Up the wall. Over the guy, trying to keep it outside. He does. Here's Andrew Miller. Scored his first goal of his ACHA career earlier tonight. Over the trapezoid. He'll skate wide with it now. Drop pass for Nadu in front. That one turned aside wide by the goaltender Taplin. Andrew Miller, look at him fly. Charlie Hayes down low to Gibbs. Sends it in front, near side chance. And that one Taplin had to gingerly scoop up but wasn't confident about it.
Great job there by CMU to move that puck in the offensive end, and it was great. Good job cycling by Charlie Hayes, Andrew Miller. Just a great job by the Chippewas to maintain control of that puck and apply pressure to Missouri State, as Missouri State playing on their heels through the first 5:30 of this third period.
Here's Gage Gronberg, hip checked hard by Morgan. Charlie Hayes back to his own end, and everything really has ramped up. The physicality, the scoring. It's just been a chaotic last second and even now third period, as these two are in an absolute dogfight to reign supreme in the second game. This Miami showcase for both. Now in tight, it's loose in front. A shot blocked in front there. Still loose, and that one went wide of the crease. The first shot was Isaac Cooper.
Great block there by Andrew Siraki, but Missouri State still has control on the offensive end.
Look out in front there, tight. That was Vincent Conti on the back door trying to finish. Save there. Near side shot attempt. Again, turned aside there by Jones. Loose in front, nobody home to take that one, and Tyler Colton has to skate all the way back off. It allows CMU to get fresh bodies and change. They re-enter the zone. It's Isaac Cooper now. Good play by Andrew Porzondik now. 3-on-3. Here we go. Nathan Bottles to Porzondik. Scores! Hat trick! Andrew Porzondik!
Great puck movement by Central Michigan, and they now have 6 of the last 8 goals in this contest, and we haven't even hit noon, Devin. And this is a phenomenal game. Central Michigan is showing up here in the Miami Showcase.
Andrew Porzondik finishes from Macomb, Michigan. Reagan, another hat trick for Andrew Porzondik. I can't count at the top of my head. 3 hat tricks on the year for Andrew Porzondik, who finishes with Nathan Bottles. The top group once again gets it done, and with 13-15 to go, they have a 3-goal lead. They have to hold on to knock off the number team 2 in the nation, but you know as well as I do, Reagan, listen, anything can happen. Anything. What we see in this game, anything can happen.
Yes, this is a phenomenal game, but Central Michigan has got 13:06 left in this game. They have to maintain their composure. They cannot lose their cool. They have to stay out of that penalty box and continue to apply constant pressure on this Missouri State team.
Let's take a trip down history lane a little bit. 3 is a dangerous lead, Reagan. Look, 3 times this season CMU has had a 3-goal lead, either gone and lost it or had a lead cut to 1.5. And listen, I don't mean to mention that as a means of talking about negating their ability. It's just a matter of fact that they've been in contests this year where they've blown 3-goal leads.
And they've had leads of this size against really good opponents. I think about Saginaw Valley State, and it's tough. But I think what helps Central is that they are not in such a hostile venue as they were at Saginaw Valley State. Yes, they blew a lead against Saginaw Valley State, but it's going to help them that they don't have a 400-person crowd screaming at them the entire time.
Well, look at that. They've mustered up a couple of nice offensive chances. I guess the best defense is offense. Here's Keelan Baker now with Austin Ritter. They are turning on the Jets. They are not backing down. Keelan Baker turns a wide shot. Owen Campbell near side. That one's shot in. Saved by Talbot. Oh, was he looking for the Michigan right there?
He might have been.
Knocked off the puck there. Christopher Martin possesses it in front. Deflected. Still loose. Keelan Baker roofs it wide. Campbell near side. Still loose. Who's got it? It's still loose. And Talpin makes the save.
Oh, wow.
Are you kidding me?
Austin Ritter's helmet came off in the scrum, and Taplin has been stretches out to make that save. He is down on the ice, stuck down there, and what a scrum in front of the net. Keelan Baker lifted it high, and it came off the end boards. Owen Campbell tried to stuff it home. CMU with a great opportunity there, and Taplin keeps his team in it, down by 3 with 12:06 to go.
Brendan Martin, assistant coached by Tyler Koff. You know, both those men are saying to their team, look, we have this lead, but this is not the time to back down. This is not the time to play defensive. The best defense is offense in their mind right now, and you see that right now with the offensive pressure. CMU almost evening the shot totals now, 24-26 in favor of the Ice Bears. But this third period right now has been nearly all Central Michigan.
I mean, in Central Michigan entered this period down, I think, 10 or 12 in the shot on goal category. So they've done a great job of applying pressure and forcing Missouri State to play very solid defense.
Here's Braden Keel up the near side wall. Isaac Gibbs sends it out through center. Andrew Miller got a stretch pass. Defended there well, though. It was taken away by Bryke Harper over the line. Left circle shot well wide. Picked up by Braden Keel. He'll dump this one just to the near side. Little flip there by Zaccardi. Scooped up there by Houston. He'll rip it around.
Great
off the puck by Isaac Gibbs. Look at the pressure by these forwards for CMU. Through the center. Here comes Jacob Holmstrom. Has a goal tonight. Looking for another. Through the slot. A couple of nice nifty moves, but roofed that one about 20 feet high. Isaac Gibbs dishes it over to Morgan. Through center now to Kyle Chapman. Up the wing to Jay Nadu. Has to gain the blue line. Hard check in front of the Ice Bear bench. Both of them will fight for it still. Now Holmstrom finally gains possession there. Chasing after by Morgan.
And Nadu and Gerhardt are getting into it in front of the net.
Yep, and Nadu last
just
night was
threw the stick of the linesman unintentionally.
And Nadu got sent off the ice last night for coincidentals, Reagan. You remember he got into a little incident with one of the Nebraska forwards.
Weber.
So try to keep their composure here. They have to. 10:21 left to go in this game.
Great play there by Isaac Gibbs to strip Ryan Moon of the puck in the slot. He sends it down the ice for icing, but the Chippewas escape a great scoring chance here as Isaac Gibbs was able to steal the puck from Ryan Moon in the high slot, and Central Michigan is going to take a timeout. We'll take one as well. You're watching Central Michigan University MD3 Club Hockey on CCHN.
Back inside the Goggin Ice Center between Central Michigan and Missouri State. The number 2 and number 24 teams in the nation.
If you're looking for game reports, stats, schedules, and more, take a trip to cmishicehockey.com. There you can find those and much more, including player information, recruiting information, apparel, and more. That's cmishichockey.com.
Nathan Bottles to dig in against Tyler Culleton. Culleton won the draw. Quick shot from the slot. Saved there easily by Lauren Jones. Saw it the whole way. Reagan, this is only the third time CMU has surpassed 6 goals in a hockey game. The last time they did that was in an 8-2 rout against Michigan Flint all the way back on November 5th. Since then, they've had 3, 4, 5 goal games, but not 7. Right now, holding on, clinging to a 3-goal lead against the number 2 team in Division III.
Central Michigan also almost had a 2-on-1 with Porzondik on the near side, but it was a great play by Zach Zaccardi to knock the puck away on the near side from Porzondik, and this leads to a scoring chance for Missouri State.
Centering feed with nobody there to collect it. Shot away from the point. That one went well wide. The Ice Bears mounting a little bit of an attack right here. Tyler Culleton up the wall there from Hayden Flynn. Now taken away by Zach Zaccardi. We've called his name a lot tonight. The defenseman from Chicago, Illinois. 2 goals, 6 points, was riding a 3-game point streak heading into tonight. He'll skate wide with it now, defended by Hayden Flynn. Down low, one-touch passes coming from the Ice Bears. Block shot in front from Porzondik, and look out. A little 2-on-1 breaking out here. Here's Bottles with speed. He moves in, back in. Doesn't get the shot off, just turned it too far wide and tried to get it in front to Hayden Flynn, and him and an Ice Bear defender barrel into the goaltender Taplin.
That could have almost been a 3-on-1, but Andrew Porzondik
scores! Bar down from the left circle. He's got 2 tonight. Missouri State's back within 2 quickly.
And that's a great play by Missouri State to answer a grade A opportunity that Central Michigan had. Nathan Bottles was harassed by Zach Zaccardi coming back, and that leads to a 2-on-1 the other way. It was fed up the left wing and walking right into the circle, and that's just a good snapshot over the glove hand of Lauren Jones. Missouri State back within 2, 9 minutes to go. And that was Tyler Culleton, I do believe, getting that one.
15th goal of the season, now 5th in the nation in total points with 41. Boy, folks, that is impressive. If you're an Ice Bear fan, you got to love this kid. He has played his heart out for this team, and boy, expect to see him come up big in time when it comes tournament time in March. Now, here's Braden Keel. Sends this one in deep there, collected by number 24, Jake Stewart, then a 5th-year defenseman from Imperial, Missouri. Will dump this puck way down the end. Kyle Chapman wins the race to the puck. So, look, once again, We need to mention the fact that back within 2 now. CMU has to hold on to this lead. They're playing hard. They're playing an aggressive forecheck. But once in a while, they give a go like that.
For the Chippewas, yes, you've got to play aggressively, but you can't let your defense lapse. You've pulled back to within 4 in the shots on goal, and here's another great face-off win by CMU. They're battling for possession. Oh! Gerhardt came in and real
cross-checked and no call on the play.
And he hit him
from
behind,
down
too.
all the way to his knees there, Reagan. Very, very dangerous. Good to see him get up and continue sticking with it. Andrew Miller having the game of his life right now. In front there for Nadeau. He was right on the doorstep to finish, and a nice chest protector save by the goaltender Taplin to keep this game at a 2-goal deficit.
If Nadeau puts that to the right side of the net, he's got more of a chance, but instead he puts it right into the body of Taplin. Central Michigan, I know it's a quick shot on goal, but you've got to be careful where you put those shots. Now Isaac Gibbs blocks his shot, and he's back with Miller.
Gibbs doing a good job clogging up the slot area with his body. Gets that puck out to center, but Nadeau turns it over. Here comes Jake Stewart with the shot on net. That one's easily saved by Lauren Jones. So yes, you can see the back and forth action and a quick face-off win. Look, Andrew Miller, we can't talk enough about this kid today. He has played his heart out. Was running on the 4th line most of the season. Really didn't see probably more than a quarter of a game of ice time. And now the native of Macomb, Dakota High School, who notched 5 assists in 15 games there, has his first goal in his ACHA career and doing great stuff for this Chippewa team. Yep, they still have to hold on to a lead, however. Missouri State pressuring inside the attacking zone. Blocker saved by Lauren Jones. What a chance there for number 10. That was Blake Harwell. Braden Harwell. Icing called on the play. And it'll come back the other way.
And Lauren Jones barely got his blocker on that one. It was headed right toward the lower left corner of the net, but he got the outside of his blocker on it and turned it aside to the corner. A good save by Lauren Jones.
That is wonderful. Lauren Jones, the native of Fenton, Michigan, coming up big. Look out, puck's loose in front. Who has it? Central Michigan does. Doesn't allow a shot on net from number 44, Isaac Cooper. Comes back all the way for the icing, so they'll have to do it again. Jones has a 3.99 goals against average, a .898 save percentage, 6 wins, 4 loss, 1 overtime loss this season. Reagan, he holds the record for most consecutive wins by a goalie at Fenton Linden High School. And, a fun fact about him, he used to do competitive boxing, so he's no stranger to going heavy or toe-to-toe with a heavyweight foe, and they're doing it right here. CMU trying to hold on to a 2-goal lead with 6:50 left to go in this game. We're going to get a whistle. Player down on the ice. That is Vincent Conti.
Vincent Conti. He took a hard hit on the side, on the far side. I believe it was either Connor Morgan or Andrew Siraki who labeled him, but he took an awkward fall into the boards. No penalty was going to come of it, and we've got a trainer coming out from Miami.
Yeah, you see right there. Trainer's getting out to the ice. He's holding his left part of his body, trying to get a stretch in. It looked like he took the hip check.
Connor Morgan.
That was massive.
Connor Morgan came in right off the face-off. It's good to see
him
up, but you feel bad for him. It's an innocent enough looking hit into the boards, but he took a very hard fall. Vincent Conti's got 16 goals, 19 assists for 35 points. One of the leading scorers on this Ice Bear team, 3rd coming into this weekend, tied with Jacob Holmstrom with 35, and then Tyler Culleton at 39. Good face-off win at neutral ice, though, by Nathan Bottles.
He's 11th in the nation in total points, Reagan. He's 2nd in goal and assists. Got the most game-winning goals on this team, so he's a vital part of this Ice Bears forecheck. It goes back to the bench, but play will resume with 6:35 to go. 7-5 game. Calamity has broken out here at Goggin Ice Center. Andrew Porzanek, who scored the hat trick tonight, his 3rd of the season, skates in deep to the zone. Nathan Bottles, the top group, going back to work. Skates wide, around the trap. Gets a shot on net, deflected in front, still loose. Hayden Flynn trying to bang away at it, and he's played well there by Zach Sicardi, defended away from his goaltender, Taplin. Deep to the zone here, Braden Keel wins that one. It's an icing because it was flipped before the red line. So the face-off once again has to come. We've seen a lot of icings here, Reagan, and man, you have to think that start and stop doesn't benefit Missouri State's play at all.
It certainly doesn't. They are a team that thrives on long plays. They want to tire out their opponents, use their size to their advantage. They're a very good team that plays, and they don't really deal well with start and stop situations, and this game has been start and stop throughout, and CMU's up 7-5.
Quick wrister by Austin Ritter went well wide. Charlie Hayes has to go back and collect this one. Slides it over to Brandon Clements. He'll just try and baseball flip this one to Keelan Baker. Comes to the blade of Zach Zaccardi. Drops it there for Tyler Ott. Owen Campbell turned the puck over. Here he comes in over the left circle there. Defended by Zaccardi. Wide, send it in front. Nobody home. Keelan Baker was the intended passer. Brandon Clements pursued in here by A.J. Daniger. Gets it to Hayes, the captain for Central Michigan. Has a goal here tonight. Flips it. Nice tic-tac plays here by CMU, but they just were one step away from settling the puck down. Couldn't do it. Keelan Baker now ties up in front of the penalty box.
Owen Campbell had a great opportunity to work that puck free and to enter the zone with the puck, but he, instead of taking possession of it, he just kind of one-touched it, expecting Baker to come back on the far side, and it led to a turnover and the loss of a scoring opportunity.
Clements lost this one in the air. Owen Campbell, what a move to the nets, and Taplin's there. Got him his crease to slide in. Man, Owen Campbell went to his backhand, tried to spinorama his defender, and just
it's a good move.
Couldn't collect the puck back.
Yeah, couldn't keep the puck, but Central Michigan doing a great job here this afternoon. 4:58 to go. Stay with us for the post-game show here on the CMU Club Hockey Network. Devin and I will recap this wacky slobber knocker here at Goggin. That was almost played to the high stick and
look out,
2-on-1
developing for Missouri State. Shot on net, well blocked off of Sam Camara's stick. That was Brock Gearhart, who had a goal here tonight earlier, trying to get that one through and just can't muster the offensive attack. The Ice Bears have to reset, trying desperately to get back in this hockey game down by 2. Here they come over the line. It's Gearhart. He mishandles the puck after he was defended by Christopher Martin.
There's a great poke check there by Martin in the slot to work the puck away from Gearhart, who doesn't have the best hands at as big as he is.
Nadeau. The D partners, Christopher Martin and Sam Camara. Isaac Gibbs and Jay Nadeau can't handle their pass through center. Jake Stewart, the captain for this Missouri State team, plays it through center. Sam Camara again. We've seen this one before. Broken record through center. Another missed pass intended that time for Hayden Flynn and Brett Houston.
Even though Flynn didn't get possession, it was a good job by CMU. They're wasting time. They're dumping the puck in, forcing Missouri State to regroup. And yes, that could have been icing had Flynn not gotten a stick on it, but it wasn't because Central Michigan was on top of their assignments and they're playing fundamentally sound hockey here late.
Through center. Whoa, nice move there to the net and a shot by Vincent Conti after it looked like the puck went through the wickets of CMU defender Braden Keelb. And Jones there to stop, and he has been good tonight in this third period. He's only allowed one goal off of Tyler Culleton earlier in this period. We had a 7-goal second period. Well, I should start with the first. It was 2-1 in favor of the Ice Bears heading into the intermission, and then 7 goals followed. CMU would take a 6-4 lead into the break, then 7-4. Then Missouri State would answer and make it 7-5. So it's been a back and forth contest through the most part of the second and third period. And look out, here come the Ice Bears with speed.
Central Michigan going with a different line combination here. Connor Morgan's out there with Porzonik and Bottles on the forward line. Maybe Brennan Martin trying to spur the offense in something here. Maybe getting your top scorers out together.
Possibly. But one thing's for sure. Central Michigan, if they can hold on to this hockey game, would be by far their biggest win. Probably not just this season, but their last 2. Taking down, if they can hold on, a top 5 opponent in the nation. Missouri State at threat to lose their second straight hockey game in this Miami Showcase. They lost last night 4-2 to the number 9 Grand Valley State Lakers after CMU's game against Nebraska where they won 4-2. This one's going to come back for the icing, and so 2:29 will get a whistle. But I mean, with the way this season's gone, Missouri State is 2-1 against MCHC opponents, where they played Ferris State, Davenport, Grand Valley State, and now against Central Michigan. Reagan, look, this is a test of time, and I almost think, just talking with you here about the dynamics of the rankings in D3. You know, Missouri State, maybe you could ask them themselves, would they consider themselves worthy of the number 2 spot? It's a toss-up, but one thing's for sure, this has been a chaotic hockey game between two teams that should be here come March.
This is a great hockey game here tonight. Back and forth action all morning, and now getting into the early parts of the afternoon. Missouri State takes a timeout, but we were talking with Cody Blevins, their head coach, before the game, and he really stressed the fact that Missouri State, their 23-1-1 record really is more of a reflection of their conference schedule. They play a lot of weaker opponents, whereas Central Michigan has a tough time in arguably the best conference in ACHA Division III, with the likes of Hope, Grand Valley, Michigan, Lawrence Tech, all top 20 teams, and Missouri State is finding out how hard it is to play in the MCHC here this weekend.
One thing's for certain, Central Michigan has had a heck of a turnaround. Their last 2 games, they've beaten ranked opponents after they went 0-4-2 against them to start the year. Now, SAMU in their own zone, try to apply pressure to the Ice
Good
Bears.
work here by Isaac
18
Gibbs.
to go in this hockey game.
Good.
Isaac Gibbs in his own end, picks it up. He's got Connor Morgan up the wing. Morgan will take it, flips it over the red line, gains it, and he's taken down, interfered with on the play, but no call. That was Brett Houston taking him down to the ice. Charlie Hayes collects it. 2 minutes to go. Icing waved off. Cross-ice pass for Brandon Clements. He'll pick it up in his wickets. Flips this one out to center, but it's picked up here by Ryan Moon. Moon stops on a dime. Tries to get it through center. A good deflection there by Connor Morgan. Slides it across to the point. Shot on net. Save one time. Rebound comes to Jones, and he falls down to collect that one up with a no second chance opportunity to get the whistle.
You gotta wonder when Missouri State is gonna pull Taplin. They've got 143 to score 2 goals here to tie up this game. You've got to be thinking, if you're Cody Blevins on the bench, you gotta take your goaltender at some point. Maybe if you win the draw here in the offensive zone, but they do not. Good work there by Porzondik to come in off the draw.
Over center, look at Andrew Porzondik with speed. He's got Hayden Flynn with him. Draw pass, score! Hayden Flynn finishes it with the dagger. 8-5 CMU.
What a play by Andrew Porzondik, and it was Nathan Bottles tying up his man in the face-off circle. He worked the puck free, and Andrew Porzondik swooped in from the defensive position, went down the ice on a 2-1-1, and Hayden Flynn, we talked about him. We talked about Siraki benefiting from being on that top line, and now Hayden Flynn has been on that top line for the last couple of games, and he's got his first 2 goals of the season in just 3 games.
Flynn was denied yesterday off of a great power play chance on the back door, didn't score, and all he talked about this weekend was, I just need a chance. Andrew Porzondik gives him that, his 5th point of the night. Andrew Porzondik does. What a job, not just by him, but this entire CMU group to stay not just in this game, but pursuing more. And here comes Austin Ritter. Owen Campbell to the net. Taplin has to fall down on the blocker and scoop it up. And
Central Michigan,
barring a miracle, they're going to walk out of here knocking off the number 2 team in the nation.
This has just been...
This will be massive.
Central Michigan has just outclassed Missouri State here tonight. CMU found themselves down 3-1 at one point in this hockey game, surrendering 3 goals, but they regrouped themselves at the first intermission. They came back and scored 5 goals in that second period, and since then they have been on top of it. Look out, they score, but
look out, this one's not over yet, folks. That one shot from the left circle by Zach Drummond, and Missouri State back within 2.
It's a great shot there by Drummond from the left circle. They've beaten Jones over the glove hand a couple of times here tonight, but it's 8-6 with 53.5 to go. Central Michigan needs to win this this neutral ice face-off and regroup here. It's a great shot there from the bottom of the left wing circle that beats Jones far side over the glove.
Drummond
good
now.
Play by Bottles to knock down his man. 46 to go.
So Drummond's goal, his first of the season, actually, according to our score sheet. The native of St. Louis trying to pull his Missouri team back within it. Credit to them. They haven't given up. They haven't stopped playing hard in this one. But it might not be enough with a 2-goal deficit. CMU came into this Miami, Ohio showcase taking down the number 9 Grand Valley State Lakers 2 months ago. There were questions. Would this CMU team be able to recoup? They had a head coaching change. They had a string of losses against ranked opponents. But
Icing is waved off here.
Coming into this Miami, Ohio showcase, they beat the number 14 Nebraska Cornhuskers last night to assert their second ranked win of the season. And tonight, they will knock off the number 2 team in the nation. Central Michigan upsets Missouri State. They win it in an absolute barn burner, 8-6 here from Goggin Ice Center. The Chippewas hold on. Lauren Jones gets the win. And Andrew Porzanic had 5 points on the night. We'll recap it all here on CCHN for you from a wild second game of this showcase. Stay with us. Devin Sarah, Reagan Cleese after the break. The final score, Central Michigan 8, Ice Bears 6. Post-game show presented by CMHIceHockey.com. After a wild 8-6 final, CMU knocks off the number 2 team in the nation, Missouri State, tonight. They get the win. Lauren Jones came up with the biggest save of his life, really, in a game against a high-powering, explosive Missouri State offense. But in the end, it's CMU who holds on to the 3-goal lead, gives up one late, but they still hold on to win this one 8-6. Reagan, first off, just initial reactions to this barn burner.
This shows that Central Michigan has turned the corner. They struggled for a while through the first half of this season. They struggled against ranked opponents. They were 0-4-1 coming into the last series against Grand Valley, 0-4 against ranked opponents coming in to the series against Grand Valley 2 series ago, and they have since then rattled off 3 straight wins against top 15 opponents, including Grand Valley, including Nebraska yesterday, and this morning and early afternoon, not getting their biggest win of the season against number 2 Missouri State.
And you know what? All those questions that were asked, what would happen after the coaching change? What would happen with the injured players? All of them come back. It's their 3rd straight ranked win. And to be honest, it just shows resilience. They were down in this game 3-1 after that first period. They seemed a little bit dejected. Coach Brendan Martin told me after that period that he absolutely lit them up for what that was, that effort in that period. They come back, and it's a 7-goal second period. They end up going into the third, leading 6-4, and then they score 2 more to ice it. Those coming from Andrew Porzondik and Hayden Flynn, who connected on both of those goals. And how about Hayden Flynn getting his 2nd of the year? There was so many performances from this game that we're going to talk about in this post game, but most notably is Andrew Porzondik's 5-point night, a hat trick and 2 assists to go with it. It's his 3rd 5-point game this season, and for the senior from Macomb, it's just another telling sign that he is the dominant scorer of this team.
Yeah, and not only is that Porzondik's third 5-point game, it's his 3rd hat trick of the season. And each time he has scored a hat trick, it's not like he's only been scoring. He's been contributing too. Each of those 5-point performances have come along with the hat trick. Every time he's scored a hat trick, he has had a 2-assist night as well. So Andrew Porzondik has established himself, especially in the 4 games coming at the end of the first semester. He filled in for Isaac Gibbs, but even with Gibbs back, he has taken over that role as the leading scorer and done a phenomenal job in that.
Let's take a look at our players to watch recap that we had. Kyle Chapman was one of our players to watch for this one. He did not get on the score sheet. Isaac Gibbs was the other one. He complimented a goal and assist tonight, returning from his injury back against the Saginaw Valley State Series. And then for the Ice Bears, we had Tyler Culleton, the leading scorer for them. He had a pair of goals tonight, putting his point total at 41 on the season. Still top 5 in the nation in scoring in Division III. So an impressive night. He did what he had to, but it wasn't enough for his team. And then for the goaltender, Ethan Taplin, a tough night for him, conceding 8 goals on, I think it was 29 shots, somewhere around that range. And honestly, there were at times, too, where we talked about so much that the bodies in front would be tough for CMU to get shots on net. All of those massive 6'1", 6'4" bodies. But in the end, CMU puts up the 2nd most goals they have all season.
Yeah, Central Michigan, and we talked about it coming into that 3rd period. They are now, after winning this game, they're 11-1-1 when leading after 2 periods of play, and when scoring 6 or more, they are now 6-0 on the year. Central Michigan is a phenomenal 3rd period team, and they are very good at holding the lead when they come in to the 3rd period.
Certainly, and I think that record you just mentioned, the undefeated when they have scored 6 or more, is going to be a telling sign. And it is hard to lose a hockey game when you do put up that many goals, but certainly this one, they made it close tonight. Looking at our keys to the game, Reagan, you said they had to stay disciplined here, not take bad penalties. There were times tonight where some calls went against them, notably Brendan Clements in that 2nd period when he took the elbowing call. I don't know if it really went against him, but a lot of those penalties they killed off in good fashion.
And it wasn't like the penalties that Central Michigan took were not disciplined penalties. They were penalties that, okay, you may not want to take, but they killed them off. They killed them off well. They only allowed 1 power play goal for Missouri State, although they didn't really get much late. But CMU played a disciplined game. They didn't take any late, stupid penalties, and they showed that they can stick with the number 2 team in the nation and beat them in, I would say, convincing fashion.
In convincing fashion, and one of your other points was they had to tire out MSU's top forwards. It seemed like every time the Missouri State offense would seem like they get through center, okay, they get some clean transitions going, seem to dump the puck. They get some icing going. Then they'd lose the face-off draw, and then they have to reset, and then a missed pass, and then the miscues added on and on and on. It seemed like in the early portion, it was more Missouri State's miscues, and later, after they put on the scoring onslaught, CMU did their job. I wouldn't say their top forwards got tired, but they certainly didn't do what they wanted.
They outworked their top forwards, I will say that. Central Michigan forced Missouri State to play a full 60 minutes. And it seemed like Missouri State really kind of slacked off in that second period. They're like, okay, hey, we're up 2-1. Now we're up 3-1 early in the second. We've got this in hand, and then they figured out what it was like to play in the MCHC for the second night in a row.
Yeah,
Grand Valley State and Central Michigan have taken it to the Ice Bears. Yeah, it was an 8-6 win, a slobber knocker here this morning and early afternoon, but Central Michigan and the MCHC showing up in this Miami showcase.
Hey, you know what? We had that frustrating 4 a.m. bus ride yesterday. I don't think anyone's going to be frustrated anymore because it just showed CMU put together a full 60 minutes against that team. Finally, you talked about getting patience and quality looks. There was a lot of patience. Porzonik was a constituent of that. Andrew Miller did a nice job tonight. And overall, just entirely a lot of quality looks, and it resulted in 8 goals put on the board. Our 3 stars tonight presented by SeaMitchIceHockey.com. The 3rd star is Nathan Bottles. 3 assists on the night coming on Porzonik's first goal, a Hayes goal, and then finally on Andrew Porzonik's hat trick goal. And, you know, for Nathan Bottles, that line of Flynn, Bottles, and Porzonik have now shown that they have the chemistry to get it done.
Yeah, indeed. That top line that it was, I forget who the third man was on that line through the early part of the year, Devin, but since Hayden Flynn has been paired with Bottles and Porzonik under Brennan Martin, that's one of the biggest changes that he's made to this lineup for CMU, and it has paid dividends 100 times, with Hayden Flynn finally getting the opportunity that he's wanted the last 3 years for Central Michigan. He's hit his stride here in the last 3 games.
Our second star of the game was Tyler Culleton for Missouri State. 2 goals on the night, as we mentioned, improves his point total to 41 on the year. And our first star of the hockey game, Andrew Porzonik. 3 goals, 2 assists tonight. 3rd 5-point game, did it all for them. He earns the first star once again for Central Michigan. We ought to track this because I think we've given him first star, 7, 8, 9 times out of this year.
Especially since he's had 3 hat-tricks since the Notre Dame series.
Yeah, it's not without question. Andrew Porzonik establishing himself, I would say, one of the best players in the nation. Next game, coming up for CMU, they still have 1 more to play. Amongst all of the pageantry of upsetting the number 2 team in the nation, they have 1 more to play against IUP tomorrow afternoon at 12:45 against IUP. And Reagan, it seems like you have something to mention because now 2 ranked wins in this Miami, Ohio showcase. 1 more to go against not so much of a known team.
The Chippewas will take it to their graves if they do not beat IUP tomorrow. IUP 6-5-1 coming in to today after losing yesterday against, I believe it was Arkansas. Central Michigan needs to win tomorrow, mainly because they've shown up against the number 14 and the number 2 teams in the country, and that in and of itself is going to shake up the top 25, but Central Michigan needs to win against IUP tomorrow, because if they don't, it's going to be embarrassing.
As for the Missouri State Ice Bears, they fall to 20 wins, 4 losses, and one overtime loss. They'll take on Miami of Ohio tomorrow to wrap up their Miami, Ohio showcase. A disappointing showing so far for the 8-hour drive they had to make here. And I'm sure head coach of the Ice Bears, Cody Blevins, is going to talk over his team and try and rebound against a strong and hot Miami, Ohio team. Looking at our out-of-town scoreboards, Notre Dame was in action against number 23, Calvin. Arkansas against number 15, Miami, Ohio. Number 4, Missouri State CMU today that just played Purdue. Number 8 in the nation against Michigan, Flint. Number 9, Grand Valley against Pitt, Jamestown. And number 10, Michigan against number 17, Oakland. And GVSU and Pitt Johnstown getting ready to take action here up for pregame warm-ups, which means it's time for us to start getting out of here. So we'll wrap up the post-game show here. Griffin's in action against Springfield today at 7 p.m. Bob Kaiser, Larry Figurski have the call on Wood Radio 300, 106.9 FM. The Spirit are at Flint tonight at 7 p.m. That's going to be a game to watch for either fans of those clubs.
It's going to be a fun one.
Reagan, you know all about the rivalry between those teams.
Both two good OHL teams, and that should be a rocking Dow Financial Center, I believe, in Flint.
Finally, the Red Wings are in action against Philadelphia tonight at 7 p.m. You can catch that on Bally Sports Detroit with Mickey Redmond and Ken Daniels and WXYT 97.1, The Ticket. I want to give our thanks to our cameraman and producer tonight, Parker Morrison, who will be on the call tomorrow with Reagan Cleves on color, or Parker on color with Reagan on play-by-play tomorrow against IUP. Thank you tonight. We did an excellent job all weekend, and we'll continue to into tomorrow. That's all I got for my notes. What a show. What a game. What a time to be alive for your Central Michigan fan. The number 24 ranked CMU Chippewas come in to the Miami, Ohio showcase, knock off the number 14 Nebraska Cornhuskers, and now the number 2 team in the nation, the Missouri State Ice Bears. That'll do it for our coverage here from Goggins Ice Center. We'll be back tomorrow for a 12:20 broadcast time, 12:45 puck drop when CMU closes out their showcase against Indiana University of Pennsylvania. For Devin Sarah, Reagan Cleves, and the rest of our entire CCHN staff, we say so long as Central Michigan knocks off